Welcome back to the International Flatwater Center here for day number 4 of the World Canoe Polo Championships. This game is the men's open between Germany and Poland. This is the second group stage for these teams. They both advanced successfully into the championship round of the group stage. Germany still with an undefeated record. Poland, they have one loss to France, one tie, and 2 wins. They beat Denmark yesterday by a score of 2-1. And Germany, they beat Chinese Taipei by a score of 5-1. Both of them are 1-0 in the championship group stage. If you're unfamiliar with the format, both of these teams were in groups of 4, played 3 games, and have advanced because they were the top 2 in that group. Now the top 2 from this championship side of the group will move on to the semifinals, which will be played on Sunday. We have started off Germany with the first possession just stolen there by Poland, and now Poland is on the attack on the German side, just cycling the ball around that German middle. Poland still with the ball, trying to find a spot in that middle. A great shot that time by number 8, Lucas Pilar's, just blocked at the last second by number 6 on Germany, Robert Pest. It will be a Polish corner. Shot clock is reset. We've played about a minute and a half here in pitch number 1 at the Welland International Flatwater Center in Welland, Ontario, Canada. Jakub Maslik. He's going to go towards his right now with Hubert Migdalski. Back to Maslik. Thomas Smug. Smug faces shot. Going to go back to Maslik. Trying to get into that middle, shoved around, and he's going to have to retreat, go all the way back to number 7, Thomas Smug. Maslik at the top, cycling again the ball around that German middle. 1 second left on the shot clock. Poland still with possession after that shot, and they're going to have to go all the way back to Jakub Maslik. Maslik again with the ball at that top. He's going to go to Migdalski. Migdalski fakes the shot, tries to flip it towards the middle, redirected by Germany, and now they have possession, looking to get numbers up the field. Dennis Witt. Great chance that time. Another save that time by Thomas Smug. Migdalski. He's going to go to Pavel Mikulik. These two teams are currently in Group G of that championship round. All 6 teams are currently playing with pitch 2, featuring Italy and Denmark, Great Britain and Chinese Taipei on pitch number 3. We will keep you updated with those scores as we go on during this game. Jakub Maslik. Hubert Migdalski. He comes in, fakes a shot, finds room in that German middle. He's going to flip it. Great chance that time by Poland. Number 8, Lucas Pilar's. He will get Poland on the board, and Poland lead 1-0. Just over 3 minutes have been played on pitch number 1. Great start that time by the Polish. And like I said, Germany are undefeated in this game. They just beat Chinese Taipei. Poland, they beat Denmark yesterday. Both of them are 1-0 in this championship round. Poland with a great start, and now it's Germany on the attack. Jonas Varen. He's going to go back to Robert Pest. Pest to Lucas Richter. Richter trying to get into that Polish middle. He's going to retreat and go all the way back to Marco Hopstock. Hopstock to Richter. Jonas Varen. Varen with the shot. Great save that time by Jakub Dawakowski. Dawakowski to Varen. Back to Robert Pest on the far side of the pitch. Varen. Varen going into that middle, and he's going to retreat all the way back to Robert Pest. 35 seconds left on that German shot clock. Still with Robert Pest. Now with Hopstock. Richter. He's going to go to Varen. Varen trying to get a shot, and he will finish. It is now 1-1. Great shot that time by the captain of the German squad, Jonas Varen, and he knots the score at 1-1. Just under 5 minutes have been played on pitch number 1 here at the Welland International Flatwater Center. Jakub Mazlik. Thomas Smug. Mazlik. Salamonik. Back to Mazlik. Now it's Smug. Mazlik with it at the top. Poland again, just cycling the ball around that German mouth, trying to find a seam to get it inside to Lucas Pilares. That pass deflected, and now a battle right on that near side of the pitch by number 7, Thomas Smug, and Dennis Witt. Dennis Witt will redirect it off of Smug, and Germany now with possession. Germany now has numbers on that far side. It's now Julian Prescher. He's going to take a shot, and he will finish. And Germany has their first lead of the game. 4.5 left to go. 2 quick German goals puts them up by a score of 2-1. Cesare Salamonik. Now it's still with Jakub Mazlik. Hubert Migdalski, back to Mazlik. Cesare Salamonik. Jakub Mazlik. Mazlik. 40 seconds left on that shot clock. Germany, their last 2 possessions have resulted in goals. Poland now trying to get that one back. Back to Mazlik. Mazlik still with possession near center pitch. He's now going to go to Salamonik. Back to Mazlik, trying to make a cut in towards that German middle, and now he's going to go to Hubert Migdalski. Migdalski leans back, trying to get a shot up. He does. It's going to be redirected off of German Lennart Unterfeld, and it will be a Polish corner. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Germany leads Poland in this championship group stage match by a score of 2-1. Jakub Mazlik gives it to himself. He's trying to make a cut in towards that German middle on that near side of the pitch. And he's going to go all the way back to the top to Hubert Migdalski. Migdalski goes to Cesare Salamonik. Salamonik making a charge into that middle. He's going to go all the way back to Migdalski. Migdalski finds Salamonik on that right side. He's going to take a shot, deflected. Great save that time by Jonas Gauselman. Migdalski, now Poland with a new shot clock, just under 3 minutes left to go in half number 1. Jakub Mazlik. Mazlik's going to go to Hubert Migdalski. Migdalski to Salamonik. Back to Migdalski. Now to Mazlik on that left side. Great pass that time to Donart. He leans back and is going to go to Salamonik. Salamonik trying to get away from Gauselman. He cannot. It will be Polish ball after the foul committed by Gauselman. Still with Cesare Salamonik after the foul by Gauselman. He has options behind him. He's going to go to Jakub Mazlik and another deflection. Great save that time by number 6, Robert Pest of Germany. Paul McCulloch. Mazlik. Back to Salamonik. Mazlik has space on that far side, and he is going to go to McCulloch. McCulloch still with possession. Back to Mazlik. Salamonik off of the German deflection, still with the ball, leans back, tries to fire it. He does, and it's going to be another Polish corner. Poland now has had the ball in that German end for over 2.5 minutes, refreshing that shot clock, getting corners, and just keeping possession. Still down by 1. Germany leads by a score of 2-1. Salamonik. Salamonik to Paul McCulloch. Back to Jakub Mazlik. Mazlik. Salamonik. Back to Jakub Mazlik. Mazlik makes a charge, loses the ball, regains possession, and now it's just trying to wait out that German defense. McCulloch. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. We are now under a minute left to go in half number 1. Salamonik. Poland still with possession. Jakub Mazlik. Hubert Migdalski. Referee halts play. There's a problem at the scorer's booth. In Germany, quick to make substitutions. Confusion down by the pitch. There's still a lot of movement in that middle area. But Salomonic, Mazlik, and Migdalski all just waiting patiently for the game to resume. Mazlik has possession of the ball. 36.7 seconds left here in pitch number 1 of the Welland International Flatwater Center. And it looks like we are just about ready to go for the remainder of this first half. Salomonic. Salomon trying to get in that middle. Now back to Mazlik. 28 seconds left in half number 1. Migdalski. Migdalski still with it on that near side of the pitch. Migdalski makes a charge into that middle, and now with McCulloch. McCulloch shoots, and it's another German deflection, and that looks like it will do it for half number 1. Germany leads Poland by a score of 2-1, although Poland had the ball in that German end for the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds of half number 1. Just could not do anything with it. Very entertaining half. Poland a lot of possession. Germany making quick use of their possessions. 2-1 is the score. We will be back here at the Welland International Flatwater Center in just a few minutes. Back here at the International Flatwater Center for half number 2 between Poland and Germany, this championship group stage match. Like I said earlier on at the beginning of the broadcast, these two teams made it to this championship group stage match because they finished top 2 in their initial group stage. Groups of 4, they finished top 2, and now they're in this part. 12 teams make it to this group stage match, dividing into 2 groups of 6. These teams will now play each of that group of 6 and decide who will go to the semifinals. Going to the semifinals, you need to get second place in this group of 6. Both teams have done very well at the beginning, both 1-0. Germany now currently lead Poland by a score of 2-1 here on pitch number 1. And we are just about ready to go. Germany now with possession on the Polish side of the pitch. It's with Underfeld. He finds Marco Hopstock. Hopstock takes the shot, and that's going to be deflected off the Polish goalkeeper, and it will be a German corner. In case you're just tuning in, Germany scored both of their goals around that midway point of half number 1. Poland had a lot of the possession at the end of the half, just could not finish. A lot of corners, a lot of great shots, and better saves. Now it's with Hopstock all the way back near center pitch for Germany, trying to reset, trying to find a seam to get the ball in to number 5, Jonas Gosman in that Polish middle. Hopstock. He's going to go to Richter, Robert Pest, and now to Leonard Underfeld. Richter. And it will be a German foul. Poland now has possession, trying to tie this game up at 2-2. Shot there, and that is a goal. It will be tied up. Jakob Maslik with the goal, knocks the score up 2-2. Just floats that above the paddle. Germany was slow to get back, and Jakob Maslik made them pay, floating one just above the paddle of number 6, Robert Pest. Germany comes into this game with a 4-0-0 record, have not lost a game so far at the 2018 World Canoe Polo Championships, beating Canada in their opening game by a score of 5-2, then shut out the Netherlands 5-0, 6-1 against Sweden, and yesterday afternoon in the first game of this championship group stage match, they beat Chinese Taipei by a score of 5-1. Poland now with possession, and it's going to be Diakowski just leading himself. 54 seconds left on the shot clock, just under 2 minutes have been played in half number 2. Diakowski with it on the far side of the pitch. Now to the goal scorer, Jakob Maslik. Back to Maslik. Maslik looking to shoot once again. He decides to pass to Migdalski, and just off the top of the crossbar. Great opportunity there for Poland. Migdalski hits the top of the goal, and Germany now have possession. Matus Donarts. He's going to go to Leonard Unterfeld. Marco Hopstock. To Robert Pest. To Jonas Varen. Varen still with it. He has Pest to his right. He elects to go to Unterfeld to his left. Underfeld close to that goal. He elects to go back to Hopstock. Back to Varen, back to Robert Pest near center pitch. Still with Robert Pest. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Marco Hopstock trying to get in that Polish middle. He elects to retreat and go all the way back to Jonas Varen. Now with Robert Pest, he takes the shot, deflected and right into the arms of Diakowski. He's trying to find Maslik. Germany pressing, and now looking to get back. Poland now able to set up. Maslik trying to find Cezary Salamonik. Salamonik back to Jakob Maslik. Maslik still with the ball, has options to his left and his right. He goes to his right to Salamonik. Back to Maslik. Diakowski. Back to Maslik. Salamonik. To Maslik. Diakowski. Back to Maslik at the top. Salamonik making the move into that middle. Leans back, and it's going to go back to Jakob Maslik. Maslik trying to find a seam to shoot. Still leaning back, and he's going to go to his left to Diakowski. Diakowski gets probably the first German defender, and he is going to shoot, and it will be Germany ball underneath their own goal after the miss by number 4, Jakob Diakowski. Marco Hopstock. Great lead pass there to Jonas Varen. Great pass by Marco Hopstock. Easy finish for Jonas Varen. Caught Poland sleeping, and now Germany lead once again by a score of 3-2, just about halfway through half number 2 on pitch number 1. Migdalski to Jakub Mazlik. Thomas Smug. Mazlik. He's going to go to Migdalski. Migdalski all the way across the pitch to Smug. Smug to Mazlik. Migdalski trying to get past the German defender. He's going to go all the way back to Mazlik. Mazlik has a seam. He's going to try and go all the way into the middle himself. Looking to shoot. He's going to go to Migdalski on that far side. Great pass that time. Bobby Migdalski just cannot finish. It's Cesare Salamonik in the middle. Great defense by Germany. Robert Pest gets the paddle on it. Marco Hopstock. Jonas Varen. Marco Hopstock. Dennis Witt. Back to Hopstock. To Varen. Hopstock in the middle, trying to get some ground in that Polish defense. And he's going to have to go all the way back to Dennis Witt. Now with Jonas Varen. Jonas Varen going for goal, and it will stay in, going off the bottom of the crossbar. And still, Germany has possession at the corner. Just under 4 minutes remain in half number 2. Germany currently lead Poland by a score of 3-2. In other men's open action, Chinese Taipei and Great Britain currently have a 3-2 game. Chinese Taipei leading that one. And Denmark just recently tied with Italy. Now it's 3-3, all in the second half. Now it's with Robert Pest. Right underneath that middle. Great save by Poland. That was number 4, Jakub Diakowski, getting the paddle on that. It will be another German corner. Just over 3 minutes left to go in half number 2. Germany with possession, looking to build on this lead. 3-2 is the score. 3 minutes left to go in half number 2. Jonas Varen. Varen, who gave Germany the lead just about 2 minutes ago. And he's going to go to Marco Hopstock. Hopstock to Dennis Witt. Dennis Witt trying to get ground into that Polish defense. Deflected, but it will go right to Varen. Varen, he's going to go all the way back to Marco Hopstock. 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Hopstock finds a seam. He's going to go all the way into that middle of that Polish defense and just to the right of the goal. Great opportunity. Great individual play by Germany's Marco Hopstock. Poland now with possession. Referee calls off Poland, and it will be a German corner now with Dennis Witt. Germany has to come back. All of them are ready to defend. And now it's Jonas Varen with the ball. He's going to go to his right to number 4. That is Lucas Richter. Marco Hopstock. Hopstock to Richter. Richter's going to go all the way back to Marco Hopstock. Tons of time, tons of room for Marco Hopstock. Varen. Varen to Hopstock. Richter. Jonas Varen. Dennis Witt. And he will bring it all the way back. Just 16 seconds left on that German shot clock. Under 2 minutes left to go in the game. Now with Dennis Witt. Germany has to get a shot off quickly. 3 seconds. Jonas Varen will, and it will be well wide. And Poland now have possession. Great defense there by Poland, forcing Germany to get a shot off. Although Germany just killed a minute by running out that shot clock, just passing amongst themselves. Minute and a half left to go. Poland, they are down by 1. 3-2 for the Germans. Migdalski. to Lucas Pillars. Just a little bit behind. That was Cesare Salomonic, and now Germany, they have a 2-on-1 rush here by Lennart Unterfeld, and Julian Pressure is being flipped to Kanayak's underwater, and we are back playing here on the far side of the pitch with number 4, Lucas Richter. Poland pressing, trying to get possession. We are now under a minute left to go in this game between Germany and Poland. Marco Hopstock. Lucas Richter. Richter leads Unterfeld. It's just him and Migdalski. He finds Jonas Gauselman. He's alone in front of that Polish goal. He will finish, and that certainly will do it. 4-2. The Germans lead. 37 seconds left in this game. Heads down on the Polish side. Disappointment. They were in this game, and now they are down by a score of 4-2. Jakub Mazlik taking it up himself. Cesare Salomonic. Back to Mazlik. Still with Mazlik. He's going to go to his left to number 3, Hubert Migdalski. Looks like Poland's just going to run out the rest of the game. Still down by 2. 5 seconds left to go in this game. Migdalski's going to go to Mazlik. Shot that time at the very end by Paul McCulloch, but that will do it. Germany extends their lead, extends their unbeaten streak to 5 games. 5-0 are the Germans, 2-0 in the championship round after a 4-2 win over Poland. Poland now 1-1 in that championship round. We'll be right back with more Men's Open Championship group stage play with Spain and Australia in just about 10 minutes. We hope to see you there. Back here at the International Flatwater Center in Welland, Ontario for this group championship group stage game between the men's Spanish team and the men's Australian team. These two teams made it to this group championship round robin by being top two in their initial round robin games that were played in the past 2 days, as we see Spain get a great chance right away, that time by number 1 Victor Gonzalez. Right off the top of the crossbar, Spain now with the corner right away in the game on Alejandro Valls. Back to Angel Herrero. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez fakes the shot. He's going to go inside. Now to De Silva. Great chance again by De Silva. Great save by Australia. Alejandro de Herrero. Now to Gonzalez. It's going to be Australian ball after the foul by Victor Azapazeu Gonzalez. Spain is coming into this game with a 4-0 record, have yet to lose in this World Canoe Polo Championships in 2018. 4-0 record, 7-1 against the United States, 8-4 against Chinese Taipei, 7-1 against Singapore, and just yesterday afternoon, they kicked off their group championship group stage with an 8-6 victory over the Netherlands, trying to make it 5-0 here against Australia. Australia were second place in their group, losing to Italy in the first game that they played here at the championships 3-1, beat Argentina by a score of 16-0, 6-3 against Japan, and 7-6 was a victory against Iran to kick off their group stage. So both of these teams are 1-0 in this championship group stage match. Now with Australia. It's just Jay Burgess alone in front of that goal, and it quickly defended by Spain. Luke Holmes, he's going to go for goal, and just above the net, nobody there to defend the goal for Spain. Not a bad idea, not a bad effort there by Luke Holmes, and Spain quickly on the counterattack. It's now with Gordo Herrero. Angel Herrero. Back to Alejandro Herrero. Victor Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to go to Alejandro Herrero. To Angel Herrero. Blocked that time by number 4, Nathan Razagudi. Victor Gonzalez on that far side of the pitch. Spain is trying to get something going. Just cycling around on the far side. Great shot that time by Victor Gonzalez. Deflected by Australia's number 6, Stephen Hubbard, and it will be a Spanish corner. We've played just over 3 minutes on pitch number 1. Victor Gonzalez is going to go to Angel Herrero. Herrero takes a shot. Another great save. That time it was Luke Holmes getting the final touch. Another Spanish corner. Victor Gonzalez. Alejandro Herrero. Now to Valls in the middle. Getting shoved around still with possession, and it will be a foul against Australia. Spain still with possession. Quick pass that time, and it will be number 7, Alejandro Herrero, just shooting over top of that Australian goal. Spain with the majority of the chances here in half number 1. Still 0-0 as we approach the 4-minute mark. If this game is not the game you're looking for, we do have 3 other games going on here at the International Flatwater Center. On pitch number 2, it is Iran and France. The Netherlands and New Zealand are playing on pitch number 3, and pitch number 4 is the consolation side of the group stage between Sweden and Russia. Burgess in the center of the area for Spain, right off the bottom frame of the goal. Great opportunity there by Australia. Still 0-0 as Australia now with possession. Just cycling around that Spain middle. Luke Holmes with it. Now to Ben Stark. Back to Holmes. Holmes is going to go to Stephen Hubbard.
role as a host over the next 2.5
Luke Holmes.
With,
Back to Hubbard.
As well. I'll be asking a lot of questions and we'll be bringing a lot of
Stark fakes the shot. He's going to go back to Hubbard all the way at the top. Closely defended by Alejandro Herrero.
I like to call him Canoe, Polo.
Back to Hubbard. Hubbard sees space in front of him. He's going to go and take a shot. Fakes the shot, and Luke Holmes will have possession. Holmes trying to find Hubbard in that middle. Deflected at the very last second by Angel Herrero. And Herrero now with the ball. Spain now have a 4-on-1. It's Alejandro Valls. It's going to go to Alejandro Herrero, and another great save. That time it was number 8, Ben Stark, getting the final paddle on that. Another Spanish corner, their 4th. And we have played just over half of pitch, or half number 1 on pitch number 1.
Pitch number 3, the Netherlands, and New Zealand, pitch 4.
Alejandro Herrero. He finds Adrian Gomez. Gomez trying to flip it to De Silva. De Silva shot, and it's going to be a goal. Spain gets their first of the game, the first goal of this game. 1-0. Spain lead. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go at pitch number 1, half number 1, here at the Welland International Flatwater Center. Australians Adam Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer's going to go cross pitch to number 8, Ben Stark. Stephen Hubbard. Hubbard find Burgess in the middle, and they're going to retreat, go all the way back to Ben Stark. Stark still with it.
Today, but I don't think the weather is a bit of a factor.
Stark trying to find Parent in the middle. He cannot. It's deflected by a Spanish paddle, and now again they have numbers. Great lead pass. Alejandro Herrero just by himself quickly gets it up, and it will be a 2-0 Spanish lead. Great play that time. Great pass by number 1, Victor Gonzalez. Australia trying to regroup after giving up 2 Spanish goals. They did very well on the defensive side in the first 5 minutes of this half, but in the last minute and a half, Spain has really opened up the Australian defense, and now they lead by a score of 2-0. Stephen Hubbard, Jay Burgess, and he fires. He's going to score into that top right of the goal. The referee says no goal, and it will be a push called on number 2, Matthew Perrin. A shot that time by Victor Gonzalez, trying to get one of his own after that wonderful assist. And it will go just over top of the goal. Australia now with possession. Great lead pass that time by number 1, Hoffmeyer. He tries to find Stark, and he will just not be able to handle that. And Spain again looking to counter. 2.5 left to go here at pitch number 1, half number 1, between the men's Spanish team and the men's Australian team in this championship group stage game. With Herrero, now to Gonzalez. At the top, the captain, Vincent Ballester. Adrian Gomez. He finds Gonzalez just a little bit in front of him, but luckily for Gonzalez, Herrero was right there. Now to Adrian Gomez, back to Herrero. Herrero still with it. He's going to go to Adrian Gomez. Ballester taking a shot. It's going to be deflected. Australia still with possession. Adam Hoffmeyer. He's going to go for goal, and it's going to be a fantastic shot past half, and it's going to count 2-1. Great shot that time by Adam Hoffmeyer, catching Spain off guard, and that cuts the lead just to 1. Vincent Ballester. Now to Alejandro Herrero. Back to Ballester.
And a quick technical note,
Ballester to Victor Gonzalez. Back to Alejandro Herrero. Herrero trying to find space in that Australian defense. He decides to go to Adrian Gomez. Takes the shot deflected by Australia, and it will be Australia possession after the foul. Now to Adam Hoffmeyer. Looking at goal once again, a little bit too far for his liking, and gives it to captain Stephen Hubbard. Now back to Adam Hoffmeyer. Just under a minute left to go in half number 1. 2-1 is the score between Spain and Australia. Victor Gonzalez.
So a quick reminder once again here at pitch number 1, we are doing live commentary for the next 2.5 days. But again,
Jay Burgess, a great save that time by number 4 on Spain, Adrian Gomez. Keeping that ball out. Great shot by Jay Burgess.
Your phone, tablet, computer, by all means.
Spain have numbers on this Australian side. Ballister, and he's going to shoot. Great shot that time. Alejandro Herrero getting the goal for Spain, and now they have regained that 2-goal lead. 3-1 is the score, 24.8 seconds left to go in half number 2, or half number 1.
Warm day, there will be beer on tap a little later on today. Beer for the fans, but
Luke Holmes.
Unfortunately. Oh, not yet anyway, Tony. We'll see what we can do. People want
Adam Hoffmeyer.
Right. Quick technical note, is heat very much a factor?
Adam Hoffmeyer, and deflected, and it will be on Australian corner, but that will do it for half number 1. We will head into the 3-minute halftime break with Spain leading by a score of 3-1. We will be right back here at the Welland International Flatwater Center for more canoe polo action.
The bigger issue with the heat is the management of the downtime for the teams, keeping hydrated, keeping out the sun, keeping prepared. And the people that come from hot countries like the Italians, the Spanish, are kind of better adjusted to that than the Northern Europeans or people from cooler climates. But at the end of the day, these are experienced world-class athletes. They're prepared, they know what to do. I'd be surprised if anyone slips up because of the heat.
And I was watching a really spirited game, being from Canada, a game between Canada and the U.S. yesterday, Canada prevailing. Just like in a marathon where the top marathoners have their numbered bottles. I noticed a lot of the players had their own numbered bottles being handed out to them during the course of the game. I suppose everybody, I guess, perhaps have a different beverage of choice.
There are different drinks, sports drinks, rehydration drinks, and people will have their own choice. But there are also, historically, when the sport perhaps wasn't quite the level it is now, we had issues with sicknesses going through teams. If you lose one guy to sickness, that's a pain. If you lose 5 guys to sickness, then that is a real tragedy for your championships. And so I think they do look after themselves. We're not quite like football or soccer where they can have their own chefs brought in, but they do what they can to look after the health of the event.
Now we're into a break. You as a veteran coach yourself and as a player and a referee, during the break, what generally is the tone of the conversation between the coach and the players?
Well, it won't surprise you to note there will be 2 very different tones here. With the Spanish 3-1 up, they'll be saying we keep this going, we don't take our foot off the gas, we keep everything going as it is and we're good. The Aussies will be saying we know we can do this, we've been down before, we come back into it and we pump it up. My tip for coaches is 1 or 2 simple points, drive them home. You don't need 3 minutes, you need 10 seconds to do your tour.
So a quick break in the action as the athletes, well hydrated, of course, they're heading up to a high of 27 degrees. Humidex, for those of you from Canada. Celsius is going to be close to 40 degrees today, if you can believe it. Tomorrow is going to be up to 31, same thing for Sunday as well. So we do have a water wagon for the athletes. There's a plenty. We also have a medical facility for our athletes, any of our spectators, any of our volunteers, any medical issues, we're here to help you. There will be beer. I believe the beer wine wagon will be open a little later on this morning. Lots of food available as well, but great to see everybody here. Don't be shy. We had a few people with their bell ringers yesterday, so make some noise. Getting into second half. Spain, Australia, pitch number 1. Curly.
The charge start about to be taken. The referee throws the ball towards the centre of the pitch. The players make a sprint for it. This is one of the highlights of a game. Crucial to each team to get the first possession of the half. Being lined up, get a 3-minute half time. Seems a long time when you're in the crowd and a short time when you're down there. As an athlete, you've done 10 minutes of hard work and those 3 minutes are pretty welcome.
I can also see, also as well, with regard to the referee and you as a referee, as the boats are moving into the middle of the pitch, they have to...
We are back here at the Welland International Flatwater Center, and the first sprint has just kicked off half number 2 between Australia and Spain. Australia wins that first sprint, and it will be number 3, Luke Holmes, bring the ball up for Australia. Very entertaining half number 1 if you are just joining us. Spain at once led by a score of 2-0 after a goal by Adam Hoffmeyer about 3/4 of the pitch. Cut that lead down to 1. A late goal by Alejandro Herrero made it 3-1 as we head into the break. Now Valls has Spain teammates all around him, and it's now a 4-on-1 for Spain. Alejandro Herrero, and he's going to put in the net now, 4-1. Spain leads Australia. Quick goal for Spain. Australia caught on a bad counterattack, and Spain takes advantage of that. Alejandro puts the ball into the open net. They don't come much easier than that for Alejandro Gordo Herrero. Stephen Hubbard. He's going to go to Luke Holmes on his right side. Luke Holmes, near side of the pitch, going to go all the way back to Stephen Hubbard. Luke Holmes. Now Adam Hoffmeyer.
So far, so good. Never want to tempt fate too much, but great.
Stephen Hubbard.
In all 4 categories.
Adam Hoffmeyer.
We've got real chances in all of the competitions. Now everybody has
Stephen Hubbard.
Day 4 and hopefully bring us to the final song tomorrow.
Hubbard.
Sunday.
He's going to go to Burgess while falling down. Does eventually get to him. Burgess trying to go all the way back to Hoffmeyer. Intercepted, and now Spain can counter.
No. You didn't take it.
De Silva trying to lean back, trying to find a way to get to the 3 Spanish teammates already up the pitch, and it will be just slowed down by number 4, Adrian Gomez.
Well, once again, now we have the games streaming live as we speak.
Early on in half number 2, Spain leads Australia by a score of 4-1. We are at the Welland International Flatwater Centre in Welland, Ontario, Canada.
New Zealand pitch for Sweden and Russia. Please check your side of the
Alejandro Valls.
tablet online as well.
Valls.
And again, just a quick reminder to our fans down in the stands, we do have washrooms. They are just in behind
Alejandro Herrero.
power. Both men and women are not to worry.
Victor Gonzalez. Victor Gonzalez right in front of the net. Great save that time by Luke Holmes, keeping this at a 3-goal game.
Quick reminder, we do have a full medical facility here.
Ben Stark. He's going to go back to Adam Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer again looking at goal. That's right where he scored his first goal of the game, and he decides to go back, and it'll be back to Adam Hoffmeyer.
Addressing Welker.
Yes, Spain have got a 4-1 lead now, coming down into the second period. They're trying to
Stephen Hubbard. He's going to charge into that right side of the pitch, trying to get inside and give that ball to Ben Stark. Again, deflected by Spain. Spain making their changes, and now quickly trying to get on the counterattack. An ugly change now by Spain. They only have 3 men on the pitch. A 4th. Kaya comes out. And Spain a little bit confused, and finally that 5th Kaya comes out. It took about 20 seconds for them to realize they were a man short, and now they finally do get that 5th kayak on the pitch. And here is Angel Herrero. Adrian Gomez. Tough pass to handle, that time by Alejandro Herrero, and it will be Australian ball off of the deflection off of Herrero's paddle. Jay Burgess trying to find Hubbard. Tough pass that time for Hubbard, and it will be Spanish ball. Adam Hoffmeyer not happy with that call. The referee, Hoffmeyer, hoping for a deflection. Does not get one, and it will be Spanish ball. Spain leads 4-1. 6 minutes, 19 seconds remain in half number 2. Coming into this game, both of these teams were 1-0 in this championship group stage. Australia edged out Iran by a score of 7-6. And Spain and the Netherlands were in a back-and-forth game. Spain did eventually come out on top by a score of 8-6. As we were saying that, on Alejandro Herrero, just over top of the net, just missing, trying to give Spain that 5-1 lead. But it now will be Australian possession. Luke Holmes takes it up the pitch for Australia. Holmes still with it. He's going to go to his right. Now with number 4, Nathan Razaguti. It's now with Hoffmeyer. Again, he wants the foul. He will get the foul, and it will be a free shot for Adam Hoffmeyer just to the right of that Spanish goal.
Well, the 3 substitutes, rolling substitutes, so a player can come off the pitch, and the player then replace them coming on at any time during the game. The rules are quite strict. You must have the entire boat off the field.
Adam Hoffmeyer still with the ball just in front of that Spanish goal. 4 Spanish players just in front of him. Paddles up in the air, not allowing him any room to shoot the ball. Hoffmeyer leaning back, trying to find a spot to shoot. He does end up shooting, but quickly blocked. That was number 8, Ballister, getting the final paddle. A green card is now showed to Adam Hoffmeyer. Again, not happy with that call. It's been a rough couple minutes for number 1, Adam Hoffmeyer.
Coming down to the last 5 minutes now, last quarter of the game.
Spain now with the ball.
As you can see, the Spanish with a 4-goal lead. They're just
Angel Herrero.
quite happy to let their minute shot clock drift down. They'll push it.
Vincent Ballister.
Hope to draw a foul or get a corner, which resets the shot.
Ballister, great pass that time to Angel Herrero. Now it's a shot. That time it was De Silva. Tried to float it just over top of the paddle of Luke Holmes. Great save just off the top of the paddle of Luke Holmes. Australia still down 3. 4-1 is the score. Spain leads. Nathan Razzagutti hoping to find Luke Holmes, and it was not to him. Luke Holmes not expecting it. De Silva will take advantage of that mistake. Nathan Razzagutti gave it right to De Silva, and De Silva makes no mistake, putting it in the open net. 5-1. Spain leads off of the mistake by number 4, Nathan Razzagutti.
Struggling here, but gold medalists at the first 3 championships. 1994 in Sheffield.
Luke Holmes.
1996 in Adelaide. And 1998 in Aveiro.
Stephen Hubbard.
Australia the winners.
Now to Adam Hoffmeyer.
Time.
Luke Holmes.
Teams obviously won 3 consecutive
Hubbard.
championships since,
Back to Hoffmeyer.
and they still won't.
Hoffmeyer trying to make a charge into that Spanish zone. He finds Luke Holmes. Luke Holmes fumbles in, trying to shoot behind the Spanish player, number 6, Alvaro Hajano. Just wide of the net. 5-1, under 4 minutes left to go in this game between Spain and Australia.
Took the European nations 6 years to catch up.
In other canoe polo action on pitch number 2, to the right of pitch number 1, Iran and France are tied. Netherlands currently lead New Zealand by a score of 3-2, and Russia is on top of Sweden by a score of 2-1. Now Australia with the ball after that Spanish missed pass, and quickly trying to get that ball is De Silva. Adam Hoffmeyer, great lead pass now to number 8, Ben Stark. Ben Stark looking at goal, but quickly on him was the Spanish defenders. Ben Stark trying to look for an Australian player to pass to, and the referee goes in his back pocket and is going to give a green card to number 2, Angel Herrero. Still with the ball, it is Jay Burgess.
25-1 for Spain.
Burgess trying to find some space. 2 Australians right to the right of him in that middle.
We'll also catch live stream commentary. If you-
Burgess is going to go all the way back now with Adam Hoffmeyer.
Pitch number 2, France.
3 minutes left to go in this game between Spain and Australia. Spain has dominated half number 2, currently lead by a score of 5-1. At one point, it was 2-1, and Spain has scored 3 unanswered goals. Great chance there as we were talking. Number 8, Ben Stark, with the miss, deflected by Spain's number 9, Alejandro de Silva, and it will be a corner for Australia. Stark's, pitch cross pass to Jay Burgess, now with Luke Holmes, back to Ben Stark. Stark fakes a shot, trying to find Hoffmeyer in the middle, now with Hubbard, and it will be another Australian corner off the deflection by number 10, Alejandro Valls.
Really time for a big team to dig in, sort something out. It's balance here because
Another green card is showed to the Spanish. It looks like number 6, Alvaro Hajano, is going to get this one for Spain. Adam Hoffmeyer right in front of that Spanish goal. Instead of the corner, it will be a foul shot, and just trying to lob that up ahead of the Spanish paddles. Not going to do it, and Spain quickly is on the counter. It's now Hajano with it. Hajano trying to find number 2, Angel Herrero, gets blocked right away. Hajano still with it on the left side of the pitch.
yeah, 100%. Some things
Hajano's going to go to De Silva. De Silva to Adrian Gomez. Now it does get to Angel Herrero. Back to Gomez. To De Silva. Great pass time. Alejandro Valls, and he will finish. And that must be the icing on the cake. 6-1. Spain leads over Australia. 2 minutes left to go in half number 2. Australia bringing the ball up. It is now with number 5, Pinhen Huang. Hoffmeyer. Huang. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard find Burgess in the middle, trying to get a shot off. He does, but a fantastic save by Adrian Gomez. Minute and a half left to go, and for Australia, they're just trying to build some momentum now as they head into game number 3 later on today. That game will be against France on pitch number 2 at 2:35. And for Spain, they are building momentum right away. A very convincing win. This one will end up to be as they play New Zealand at 2:35 on pitch number 3 in this championship group stage later on today. Adam Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer still with it. He's going to go to Hubbard. A little bit in front of him. Gets by now to number 7, Jay Burgess. Again deflected by Spain. A minute 5 remain. 6-1 the score. Australian has possession at the corner. Stephen Hubbard will take it for Australia. Hubbard now has it down the wing, the pitch, the far side of the pitch. He's going to take a shot off the left side of the goal. Great opportunity for Australia to get their second goal of the game off the frame of the goal. Now Spain has possession. It's now with Alejandro De Silva. De Silva shields off Adam Hoffmeyer and has possession. Australia really pressing right now, trying to get back in this game, trying to at least cut the deficit. And now it is with Victor Gonzalez. De Silva. Just 19 seconds remain. Spain can just run out this clock. Australia not done. Still playing for pride. And now it will be De Silva. Foul called against Australia. And frustration really being showed by the Australians. Luke Holmes getting called on that foul. Luke Holmes getting shown the green card as well. And De Silva now has possession. No Australians really open. He's going to go behind him to Victor Gonzalez. Gonzalez just brings it into his own part of the pitch, trying to find Herrero. He does. And just like that, goal number 7 for Spain. Not really necessary. 1.8 seconds left to go. And Spain now lead 7-1. Number 8, the captain, Vincent Ballister, getting the final touch on that. He'll put Spain up 7-1. And that will do it for game number 2 of day 4 here on pitch number 1. Australia, they fall to the Spanish by a score of 7-1. Spain now has a 2-0 record in the championship group stage. Australia falls to 1-1. Both teams will play later on today, hoping to bolster their records in this second round and try to make it to the semifinals. We'll be back with more men's open action here on pitch number 1 with Japan and Namibia. We hope to see you soon here at the Welland International Flatwater Center in Welland, Ontario, Canada.
Again, in a position where they're able to rub shoulders with some of the best and learn.
Very much so. The continental championships vary in strength and depth quite a bit. Europe has a huge base. Pretty much every European country plays, and the level there is tough and hard. For Oceania and Asia, there are 2 or 3 nations at the top of the tree, and then they get other teams that will qualify here quite comfortably. But they are aware they're on a learning curve. They have to progress through the system. So the first championships, you try to get out of the last 8, then you try to get into the middle 8, then you try to get into the top 8. And that progression can take a decade more. And so it's very much a part for them is to learn from the best teams. Come to tomorrow, they will be competing in their own band. So if you're competing for 16th or 20th, that is important to that nation as first to fourth is for the big teams. Because they want to go home. I mean, as you mentioned, the game between the US and Canada, they may not win the championship, but I will promise you, the US wants to beat Canada, and Canada wants to beat the US. If they're fighting for 17th and 18th, that's as important as fighting for 12th and 13th. They want that local rival. Same with Australia and New Zealand. That's the way the world works.
But it's also the spirit of camaraderie. I was watching the game between U.S. and Canada yesterday, and of course the ties between the two countries as a Canadian were tight. The fans were just together, and no fights breaking out, which was a good thing, but everybody congratulating each other, and the players at the end of the game were all, I think, sharing, hey, what's your Facebook page, whatever. Good to see, really good to see. But again, the final score, I believe, 7-1 for Spain. Coming up, we have at 9:10 here at pitch 1 will be Japan and Namibia. Also on pitch 2 we'll have Singapore and Brazil. Pitch 3 Portugal and Switzerland. Pitch 4 the U.S. and Argentina. That'll be happening at 9:10. Again, this will be streamed live on your respective phones, your tablets, your computers. Well, and again, a big thank you, Curly Barker, an international player, won many tournaments throughout his stellar career. And of course, I believe, Curly, that you're still, as a retired referee, of course, you are working with a lot of the rules and regulations. I know from my background as a dragon boater, a lot of rules and regulations subject to interpretation, but I'm sure this also falls into the world of canoe polo as well, with, again, many rules and regulations, again, still in development.
Very much so. We get the opportunity to tweak or change the rules every 2 years, and the rules have changed almost every 2 weeks, but the level of change is getting smaller and smaller. I have to say, personally, I like it when we set the rules, that we often change things as human beings when perhaps they don't always need it. But we've got now a fairly established pattern, and the players, teams, referees, coaches like to know exactly what's going on. No surprises. That's what they ask us for as an administration. We take that on board.
I'm sure when you're looking at a brand new rule, you're looking at, I would imagine, several parameters fall into place. Speed of the game, safety, and perhaps a level of difficulty.
Yeah, well, some things come in, some things go out. We all have a game that I think we expect, and pretty much the rules now are about tweaking that game to make sure that it's clear what game we expect. And the biggest thing, as you pointed out rightly, is that we want to speed the game up. The game is fast, it's pretty tough now, but the objective is always to make it faster and tougher. The athletes bring that in terms of their physicality, and I think as rule makers and referees, we have to allow that game to be played.
One game that I can think of, I know during the Rio Olympics, one sport that became hugely popular, especially in North America, rugby sevens. So that's, for me, is an apt comparison.
Yes, I think it probably is. I mean, I've watched the rugby sevens in that games as well. It was phenomenal.
Have you played it?
I've played rugby, but not rugby sevens, and I think my time for that has passed. That is a very tough game, but very equivalent here. If you look at the physicality of the athletes, we've got Namibia here on the right, Japan on the left, and you can see these are big, strong guys, and the small guys are small, strong guys, and the small guys are probably 85 kilos, and they're pretty big, small guys. That's all I can say.
Okay, thank you, Curly.
Welcome back to the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here in Welland, Ontario. We just saw the championship round robin on the side for the men's open block. Now it is the consolation side. It is Japan and Namibia with the opening sprint. Both of these teams in action yesterday. Japan won 5-4 over Brazil. Namibia lost 11-2 to Russia. So both of these teams trying to maybe pick up some momentum in the closing days of this tournament. Ruchi cross pitch over to Kimura. Japan settling in. One player on the perimeter trying to battle inside. A good look, but a miss over the net.
So Japan now have the first corner of the game with Kimura. And the shot clock is running, so they're losing time if they don't take it fairly quickly. The referee's stopped the clock now. And they're back in progress. So Japan on the attack again. They have another minute reset to take a shot on goal. Namibia putting up a good defence, and the ball goes out of play for another corner.
So far, Namibia's defense has been strong. Not a lot of good opportunities for Japan, but they will keep possession here. Another corner this time. It's going to be Yanagi taking it.
And a good save from Namibia. If he can clear the line, and they'll get their first attack on the go.
That was Jacobi on Namibia with the save, trying to find some space.
And unfortunately, that's gone out for a corner. So Namibia took the ball over the back line, and Japan have another corner.
And for Namibia, they have yet to get any offensive attack. It's been all Japan so far. 7:45 left, still 0-0.
And a good shot, but a good save by Namibia. Jacobi, number 10, is their goalkeeper, and he's keeping them in this game at the moment.
Over the first couple of days of competition, these two teams have dropped into effectively a battle between 13th and 24th. There are 24 men's teams here. So they play an equivalent game to the game we've just seen between Spain and Australia.
Namibia have the ball, and they've got their first attack underway now. So if they can get that ball up the pitch, we'll see what they've got in their attacking armour today.
They will be fighting to move themselves up the rankings, because their seedings for the next championships will be determined by their position here. So if they have a good run here, it makes the start of the competition next time that much easier. And of course, there is a whole pride about coming. Nobody wants to be in the bottom four, nobody wants to be in the 20. They will all be pushing for the highest ranking they can.
Making their way up the field now. Japan only 2 players defending in front of the goalkeeper, but the shot goes over the top. So Japan's ball again now for a goal line throw. No, sorry, my mistake. It went out for a corner, so that was a save by the keeper.
And for Namibia, this is really their first time they're going to be able to set their offense up. Right now, 4 players on the perimeter, 1 on the inside. That's Bosch.
Yes, they held an African Championship in 2017. They've been
Good defensive work from Japan. They're pushing the Namibians back out up the field, away from the goal, so keeping them out as far as they can. Legal tackle there from Japan, so Namibia go again.
You can see right now the battle inside. Right now it's Dirk Visser for Namibia. Trying to get some sort of positioning on the interior. It's 4 players still on the outside, moving it back and forth. Is Namibia still scoreless? 0-0 between Japan and Namibia. 6 minutes remain in the first half.
So Namibia building their attack, bringing the ball back out and trying to work that space inside the Japanese zone to get a shot on goal. They have about 30 seconds left on the shot clock, so they need to build again, try and get someone into that zone area and get a shot away.
All the way from Australia, got his biography a couple of days ago, and working with me up here in the VIP section, doing live commentary.
And that's a shot and a goal. Number 1 for Namibia, Jean-Adrian Stein.
He is the captain for Namibia, and he gets them on the board 1-0. Namibia, that was their first real offensive set. Went for a while, Japan couldn't get possession back, and now they're on the board first.
He's done a lot of work behind the scenes and joined the ICF in '98, so he became the chief referee for the Canoe Polo.
Japan will now be keen to level this back up again, and so they bring their attack into the zone of the Namibian players. Got 2 players right inside the zone there. Namibia trying to drive out, come on, and the Japanese have got that goal. They needed goal, so Shibata with the goal for Japan to level the game.
And that's huge for Japan, keeping it a tie game now. Namibia, a little momentum built on the offensive side, but Japan able to get it right back as Namibia will now begin their offensive set. Just past the halfway point of the first half, 1-1 between Japan and Namibia for the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships.
So Namibia build their attack again, but the Japanese are coming out to pressure them and have won the ball back. So the Japanese now making a break down the pitch. 2 against 1, can he get the goal? And yes, it's number 2 goal for Japan from Ryota Kimura. So that's 2-1 to Japan. One small mistake from Namibia allowed the Japanese to get that goal.
And for Namibia, who scored the first goal of this game, it felt like maybe this could have been their game to win, but instead Japan answered back and then immediately took the lead. So it's 2-1, 4:20 left in the first half.
Namibia being patient and waiting for the right opportunity here. They're just playing the ball around, just outside the zone, building their attack. And back out once again to reset. Japanese not happy to sit and wait. They are putting pressure on the Namibians to get that ball back. And they have a play on from Namibia for a small infringement, so the clock is reset.
Both of these teams different tournaments so far in the initial group stage. Japan just edged out of the championship round robin, losing to Australia on day 2. Namibia yet to find a win.
Number 2 again being live streamed on your phone and tablet.
That's another shot from Namibia, but saved by Japan, number 8, Tsubuto.
And that was a tough save too, a tough shot. Ended up losing the paddle. It will go off one of the Japanese players though, so it will be a corner in favor of Namibia. Three minutes left in the first half, 2-1 in favor of Japan.
High ball picked up by Japan, so they now have an open break down the pitch. Number 3, Hiroshi. Can he score this goal? Yep. And that's another goal for Japan. 3-1 to Japan. in the first half with just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half.
And that is the second transition goal from Japan, almost catching Namibia sleeping off of a turnover and making an easy shot there. Again, a 2-goal deficit now for Namibia. They scored the first, but Japan answered with 3 in a row.
And another turnover of possession for Japan, so they've picked the ball back up by putting the pressure on the Namibians. Are they going to get into goal before the shot goes off this time? They've picked the ball up. The Namibians now have the ball back and are making a break up the pitch. Two players right up under the goal at the far end. They just need to work that ball up the pitch.
No, the referee's decision is final. There is no third umpire behind the scenes of the watch. Maybe in the future.
Namibia are attacking now, but Japan have turned over possession once again and are on a break down the pitch. And that's goal number 4 for Japan from Kimura.
And Kimura's second of the game already, 4-1. The third goal off of a turnover for Japan. Namibia, they have to protect the ball a little bit more, maybe get in their set a bit quicker. Japan not really being patient on defense, going after them when they can, and it's resulted in 3 goals in the transition.
No stranger to the world. And your first time here in Canada?
No, I've been to Canada a few times on Sugo Lakers.
So Namibia slowly building their attack again. See if they can get that ball into the zone this time and get a shot away. Japan chasing the ball down now. And the Namibians are resetting, going again for another shot on goal, hopefully, without turnover. No, it's ball being turned over again. Japan on a break. Kimura once again taking that ball up the pitch and into the net.
Turnovers have been key for Japan so far, getting 4 goals off of them. Once again, Kimura, third goal of this game. We're winding down in this first half, currently 5-1, 26 seconds on the clock. Namibia, they're going to have to figure something out going into this second half against this extremely aggressive Japanese team. 20 seconds remain. Jacoby fighting with it right now, trying to maintain possession. Instead, flip it back.
I think they're going to run out of time on this attack. Yep. And that's half time. So half time score, Japan 5, Namibia 1.
And we'll be right back for second half action in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned.
Generally, if we can, we'd like to get up near 1.5 meters, 2 meters minimum. It's not always possible with some of the venues around the world. But as I say, this one being so deep is fantastic from that point of view.
Another very important consideration during the course of the game, of course, the action is fast and furious. Of course, given the nature of the game, you're in a kayak, you're in a paddle. Of course, safety is a huge consideration. Just to identify, for the benefit of some of the viewers, some of the players, our fans watching, do we have any medical staff? We have on the here as well, just to make sure that nobody's drowning.
Yeah, well, there's probably 2 parts to that question. All of the rules, literally all of the rules are based on safety. So any anything that the referee considers dangerous will immediately be called, or they'll play on and use the appropriate cards if they need to. The players are wearing quite substantial buoyancy aids, which gives body protection. There's minimum thicknesses and coverage for those. Obviously, their helmets and the face mask is a big part of the protection. But separate to that, yes, on this venue we do have lifeguards on between the two fields. We've got a first aid centre with a paramedic on duty at all times. The previous game in Iran, there was actually quite a heavy boat contact, so I suspect one of the Iranian players may have damaged ribs out of that, but that is a very rare occurrence. I think we're up over 400 games in this event. The number of times that people actually get hit is very, very few, and that's one of the beauties of it. There's a lot of heavy contact, but it's all on the kayaks.
And I'm sure one very important consideration, this was certainly a big issue a few weeks ago when we had the Canadian Dragon Boat Championships with the issue of dehydration. I've seen this happen with one player who was literally dragged out of the boat. And today, of course, the temperature, the humidity, as we call it here in Canada, getting close to 40 degrees. So I'm sure the coach, during the, not intermission, but halftime, checking for any signs of dehydration. Of course, each of the player, I noticed that each of the player had their own colored bottle, getting whatever they're specific. Are they allowed to drink? What are things that are they allowed to drink? I mean, Powerade, Gatorade. I mean, I'm sure they're.
And we're back here for the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here in Welland, Ontario. This is the consolation side of the men's open bracket. It is Japan currently up 5-1 in favor of Namibia. Japan really being aggressive throughout that entire first half, getting in front of all the Namibia players, not letting them get set offensively. 4 goals coming off of transition plays, off of turnovers. We'll see if Japan can do more of the same in this second half.
So first referee Sean Downs on the far side will throw the ball in for the start of the game, and our second referee is Marzena Anzac, and they will be ready in just a moment to get this game underway for the second half.
Both teams very different tournaments so far. Japan just being edged out of the championship round robin, losing to Australia on that final day. Namibia still winless, looking for their first win. This is their second game in the consolation bracket. Brazil lost to Japan 5-4 yesterday, and Namibia could not beat Russia. They fell 11-2, just about to start the second half.
And they're off, and it's a win on the sprint again for Japan. So Japan have possession, making their way up the field for another attack. Japan know what they want to do. They're building their attack. They've got players into the Namibian zone now, trying to tie them down and make space for the shooters to come in. Ball's been lost in the zone though, and Namibia pick it up. Unfortunately, out for a corner, so Japan do keep possession.
You can really see the difference between these two teams right now. Japan getting into their offense quicker, looking like they're just building more opportunities in their set as opposed to Namibia.
You can't do anything with the close, so you can't
Japan on the attack again, right into the centre of the zone, looking for that shot. And another save from Namibia, so they're keeping that zone working and keeping the Japanese balls out of the net. And another save again, unfortunately out for a corner. They can't keep the possession there.
Namibia is staying strong though defensively. Japan though continuing to get possession. The more opportunities they get, the better chance they have at scoring.
Namibia working hard to keep the Japanese out, and again they've blocked that shot and they have possession this time. Can they get the ball up the field? taking their time as they work the ball up the field.
You must make at least one throw of the meter every 5 seconds. So you can't do a series of little short dribbles. It's got at least a meter on one of those dribbles.
And that's illegal kayak tackle there. So Japan have possession once again. And quickly up the field this time to number 5, Kimura. So how many goals has Kimura scored now? Is that 5?
It's 4 or 5 right
4
now.
or 5, yeah.
A dominating performance for Japan, 6-1 with 7:30 left in this second half. It took them a while to get their first goal here in the second, but again, a quick outlet pass in front of the net, almost too easy for Ryota Kimura.
Namibia are a fairly new team to canoe polo, and I think they are showing that they are a very good developing nation, working with both the senior men and the under-21s. So hopefully we will see a bit more of them in the future, and hope the future's good for them.
And on that note, really, when you're in a tournament like this for the first couple of times, the experience is almost just as important as your placement. As it looks like it will stay with Namibia in the corner.
Referee's got a timeout, so I think they're going to take the corner once again, or a sideline throw this time, and they're off. Japan drop back into their zone now. They're not marking the players man for man. Namibia giving a bit more space to pass the ball around with that. Can they get a shot away? They can, but over the top. So Japan have possession once again. Players making their way up the field fairly quickly there. Namibia have their defence set up though, so if they can keep the Japanese out for a bit longer. Oh, and it's another goal for Japan. And once again, Kimura.
Kimura with his 5th now of the game, 7-1. He has been the star for Japan. A dominating performance for this Japanese team that's probably a little disappointed that they're in this consolation bracket. They were so close to getting to the championship side, but they're taking care of business so far. They won yesterday, and it looks like they might be picking up the win today as well.
So Namibia on the attack again. Oh, they've lost the ball, blocked down by Japan, and Japan once again are on the break. No defence set up for Namibia yet. Can the goalkeeper get there in time? Yes, and a good save. So out for a... Just wait for the referees. And that's a green card for a holding offence. And a goal line throw for Namibia. Unfortunately, that's just gone back out of play for a corner to Japan.
Japan currently up 7-1, 4:30 left in the second half. Dominating performance offensively and defensively by this Japanese team so far.
And another good save by the keeper there. Namibia once again have possession.
Japan in the lead 7-1, and just a reminder, once again, we are live streaming as we speak. Check your phone, your computer, your tablet.
But long pass, gone wild, too far. Japan back on the break.
Switzerland, US, and Argentina.
And once again, number 5, Kimura, with yet another goal for Japan.
And that's his 6th of the game, 8-1 for Japan. Namibia, they were the first team to score in this game. They were up 1-0, but Japan, it's been all them so far since that first goal. 3:53 left in the second half. Namibia maybe trying to figure something out here to build some momentum to their next game.
Teams are now playing in these groups for the highest position that they can get. So all the games count. They want to move up that ranking list as far as they possibly can. So every game is important to all the teams. And that was a good shot from Namibia, but it's gone out for a corner.
And really their first real opportunity in a while on the offensive side. That was Visser for Namibia, who just couldn't fully execute that play right there.
Namibia building another attack now. Need to get that ball up the field. See the Japanese with the 2 players in the zone area and 2 sitting out wide, ready to push for the ball. Pressure on the Namibian player from the Japanese there to get the ball back. And it's out. Nice and safe. Pressure again though. The Japanese are pushing the Namibians all the time. And Japan have picked that ball up now. And once again, they're off up the field. 2 minutes left. Taking their time, just building it slowly. Namibia's defence back in place, so can they hold off any more goals? No, they can't, unfortunately. This was number 1, Shibata this time, so another goal for Japan, 9-1.
And for Japan, it's been Ryota Kimura who's been scoring all day, but that time he finds the pass, cross-pitch all the way to Shibata to extend this lead to 8. So it is 9-1, a minute 48 left in the second half. Maybe a couple more opportunities on the offensive end here.
Namibia taking their time. I think it's important that they don't make any mistakes on their attack this time. Keep that possession. Japan are keen to pick up any loose or stray balls that go down the pitch. Into the centre.
Players staying nice and cool in the water.
Shot on goal, but then re-picked up by Namibia. No, and it's out again. So goal line throw for Japan. Namibia needs to get back into their defence. Japan taking the opportunity before all the Namibian defence are back. Good block there though from number 3, Sinman.
Our fans here in the stands, many of our fans and friends from around Welland.
Japan regain possession.
Around the world, don't be shy, make some noise. Cheer the players on. I know it's 9:39.
And another shot and another goal from Kimura.
Kimura is 7th of the game with only 16.4 seconds left. Japan, what a performance today, 10-1. A complete game offensively and defensively, but Ryota Kimura clearly the star so far of the day. One last chance for Namibia to maybe get on the board for their second goal.
Yeah, they're almost totally carbon fibre.
They're going to need to be quick, running out of time, but a shot over the top.
And with that shot, it is just about time to end this game. 10-1 in favor of Japan over Namibia. Ryota Kimura, the star, 7 goals for this Japanese team to get their second win in this consolation game. We'll have the under-21 women's coming up. It's Germany and Netherlands in the championship round robin. We will be right back.
They're all full carbon shafts, and they've actually got a foam core inside them to give them the rigidity and strength, and very much the carbon composite is pressure molded, heat molded to give them the durability and save on the weight.
Thank you, Duncan. I believe during the course of the next 2.5 days, you'll also be doing some live commentary on our live stream as well at some point.
Yeah, I believe so, and it might be a bit cooler in there with the air conditioner, that'll be nice.
So things will be heating up. And looking at tomorrow weather-wise, it's going to be hot as well. Also on Sundays, we get into our final medal games. And again, once again, the game between Japan and Namibia is now concluded. And I believe unofficially winning 9-1. Next game on tap, beginning at around 9:45. We'll have the under-21. Be Germany and the Netherlands under-21. Next game to go in under-21, pitch number 1. Also looking ahead to pitch number 2 will be Denmark and Switzerland. Pitch 3 will have Great Britain and Japan. Lane 4, rather not lane 4. Pitch 4. Still thinking Dragon Boat. Pitch for France and Italy, 2 powerhouses. Before we go, Duncan, I know for many years, I think back in the 30s, and 40s, looking back at the early history of canoe polo, the countries like France and I think Poland, perhaps the Netherlands, were using early forms of canoe polo to help increase their kayaking skills. I mean, it's quite a rudimentary form of canoe polo in those days with larger canoes and 2 players in the canoes.
Yeah, there's some interesting photos and video clips that have surfaced in the very early years. I think the oldest one I've seen is open canoes somewhere in England, where there's 2 people in an open canoe, an Indian-style canoe block, and they're throwing the ball around and tipping it all over the place. And I know the German League, I believe, was in operation as early as the 1920s. It was like a big field version of the game, almost like soccer or football on water, with big long kayaks and soccer goals on the water with, I think, from memory, 11 aside. So the German League's the oldest league that I've seen the trophies from, and there's a lot of history there in the old German clubs, which is just fascinating to look at. It's certainly changed a lot with the introduction of fiberglass, with the kayaks getting shorter and stronger and lighter, and then it's really taken off when it became an indoor form of training, I guess. England is largely credited with sort of taking it indoors and putting it into the current form or the start of what we see today.
Interesting, and certainly for the benefit of our viewers here and those here on the stand, there's a very interesting with regard to the early 40s. There is on YouTube, dial up River Football 1949. You see an old British Pathé video of what was called River Football back in the 1940s.
Yeah, and the first, or the international rules where they combined all the different games from around the world into what we see now, they were put together in 1987, was the first demonstration of them. So it's only relatively recently, in terms of how long people have been playing what we call canoe polo, that the international rules have standardised the game. And then the first World Championships weren't until 1994, but we've come a long way in the last 24 years.
And we are back here for day 4 of the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. We are moving on here to the U21 Women's Championship round robin. It is Netherlands and Germany facing off. The first game of this championship round robin for both teams. Germany finished with a 3-0-1 record in the initial group stage with a plus 15 point differential. They finished second behind France. On the other side, the Netherlands 2-1-1. They finished third behind New Zealand and Poland. Poland is the third team in this championship round robin group for both of these teams. But now it is time for the opening sprint. And it appears that Germany might gain first possession, and they do. Schwarz at the top for Germany. Only loss in this tournament was to France. For Germany, as they hit the post right away, and it goes out of bounds, they will have a goal throw for the Netherlands. Extremely aggressive defense by Germany right now, making it a struggle for the Dutch to get across half pitch. And the ref is going to stop play here. Foul on Germany. It will remain with the Dutch. And it is thrown forward, and it will be a turnover. Germany looking for their first goal. Just over the bar was Jules Schwarz for the Germans. Once again, possession will move back to the Dutch. Eight minutes to play in this first half. Germany, 2 good looks at the net, both off the mark though. They'll go out of bounds. Germany will regain possession. The Dutch have yet to get into the offensive zone. Germany playing very aggressively on the defensive side. And it's given them good opportunities here on the offensive end. Schwarz went over the bar on the last possession, flips it over. Good interior play here by the Dutch though, staying strong. It's going to be a turnover, and we'll go back to the Dutch.
I want to remind all of our guests today to stay well hydrated, heading up to a high of 40 degrees. Want to get warm? And we do have a full medical facility if we have any issues at all.
The Netherlands finally getting an opportunity on the other side. But once again, ref stoppage. Looks like it will stay with the Dutch though. Germany continuing to be aggressive, and it's going to cost them. The first goal of the game goes to the Netherlands. That was Linda van As. The first goal of the game goes to the Netherlands. Germany extremely aggressive defensively, but that could leave opportunities in front of the net. No one was defending the goal, and it cost them there as Germany looks to answer back, and they do. That was Hannah Kunz for Germany, getting the first goal for this German team, 3-0-1 in the initial group stage. One of the favorites of the U21 women's block. And that play right there is one of the reasons why they can score as quick as you can think, tying this game up. The Dutch, though, an opportunity to respond. It's the captain throwing it in. And just off one of the German players. That was Emily Bildat. The corner thrown right in the middle of the pitch there, in front of the net. Good look. Better save. Germany will take possession, and they're going to try to work the transition game. If you were watching the Japan and Namibia game just before this one, a ton of opportunities through the transition for Japan. We'll see if Germany can kind of do the same thing here. They could not, though. The Dutch quick to get back, and the Germans will have to reset. Robin Uphoff with the ball, passing it to her teammate. Dorfler. Quick little pass inside, just off the bar. The second time that's happened to this German team today. 1-1, 4:35 remaining in this first half. A competitive game. Looked like it could have been dominated by this German team early on, especially by the way they were playing defense. But the Dutch, they found a hole, and they were able to get on the board first. The Germans responded quickly, and now here we are, 1-1. Dutch getting inside. Good shot off the bar. Could have gone in, but it didn't. And now Germany will push on the attack. Numbers in favor of the Dutch, though. 3 already in the defensive side. So Germany will calm it down. Reset. 40 seconds on the shot clock. They'll begin their attack here. Pass inside. Good look. Better save. Once again, it's the Dutch playing great defense. Not giving Germany easy looks right now. On the flip side, though, Germany has cut it close. A couple of times they've hit the crossbar. A corner at the top of the pitch. Flipping it over to Charlotte Dorfler. Moving inside. Good look once again for Dorfler, but it hits the side of the net, goes out of bounds, and possession will shift to the Dutch. Germany no longer playing up and close to this Netherlands team, making it a priority to get back on defense and defend the net. This is Vollebrecht for the Dutch. She passes it inside. Good look here. Could have been deflected, could have hit the top of the bar, couldn't tell. But now it is a race for possession, and it looks like the Netherlands will hold on to it. We're nearing the end of this first half. 2:15 remaining. The Dutch trying to attack and take their second lead of this game. They were up 1-0 originally, but the Germans answered immediately to tie this game up. No scores since then. Swinging it around on the side. "16 seconds on the shot clock." They're going to have to get it off quick. They do, but it is a good deflection by Germany. It just took too long for the Dutch to find the shot they wanted there. Germany immediately on the attack. We'll see if they can get their first lead of this game with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the shot clock. This is Dorfer swinging it inside. Good look, and Germany gets their second goal of this game, their first goal of this game. 2-1 for Germany over the Dutch. That was number 5, Esra Ozbey. So far for Germany, it was Hannah Koons and Esra Ozbey who scored both of those goals to give them this lead. Linda van As was the person who got the Netherlands on the board. The Dutch looking to respond, almost, but not enough. It goes out of bounds, so they will maintain possession. 2-1. The clock continues to wind down. 40 seconds. A high pass to the inside. A fight for the ball. It stays with the Dutch. Good look. But once again, Germany playing great defense as it goes out of bounds and will force the Dutch to take it in the corner. Not much time left. One final look maybe for the Dutch. 10 seconds. This is the captain. Will she take it herself? It looks like she will. She shoots. It's deflected once again by Linda van As, who's been the keeper for Germany. And that will just about do it here for the first half. It is a 2-1 lead in favor of Germany over the Dutch. Back and forth they went. We will be back for the second half in just around 3 minutes.
Now into halftime. Your pitch number 1. Germany and the Netherlands have you just arrived on site. Just a quick reminder, the game's underway. Over at pitch number 2. Next to pitch number 1, we have the game between Denmark and Switzerland. A little further down the field on pitch number 3. Germany and Japan. And pitch 4, France and Italy. The games are underway. We're now taking a quick break. Halftime between Germany and the Netherlands. Great to see our fans, our friends and family here at the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here in Welland, Ontario. I don't have to tell you, we've got a warm day. High, the humidex, as we say here in Canada, hitting close to 40 degrees today, so stay well hydrated. I believe we'll have our popular beer wine counter open a little later on this morning, which I'm sure will be very popular, particularly the next 2 days. It's going to be warm as well. Just want to remind everybody we do have a full medical facility. If you have any medical issues, not only involving our players, but any of our staff, volunteers, any of our spectators. So again, safety is our number 1 concern here at the Welland Flatwater Center. Second half. To begin, Germany and the Netherlands. And of course, we are live streaming all 4 games online as we speak.
And we're back here for the second half between Germany and the Netherlands. This is the U21 Women's Championship round robin. Currently, it is the Germans up 2-1 over the Dutch. Starting off this second half sprint, it was the Dutch who scored first, but Germany 2 straight to give them the lead heading into this second half. Germany will start with possession. As play is stopped, one of the balls from pitch 2 swung into the game, so they had to reset. On pitch 2, 2 other teams in the same group or in the same championship round robin. Germany will take the corner. And they swing it all the way back. That is Schwarz for the Germans. 2 goals, Hannah Kunz, Esra Osbey. Both got Germany on the board. And play is stopped, and the referees meeting up with each other at the far end behind the goal. Both of these teams, pretty good tournaments in the initial group stage. Germany 3-0-1, finished with 9 points. The Netherlands, they finished 3rd in their division. New Zealand and Poland ahead of them, but they still had 7, a respectable number to get when you play 3 games. So both of these teams, highly respected, could make it as far as anybody in this tournament. And a deep throw there by Schwarz, and it's Nafel who gets it for Germany in the corner. It will be a corner throw here. Play resumes. The clock begins to wind down. Germany trying to extend their lead here. This is Nafel getting it to Schwarz. Looking for anything on the inside, but instead they reset. Continuing to pass it on the perimeter. Schwarz, good pass. And Germany extends the lead. That was Charlotte Dorfler, her first goal of this game. 3-1 for the Germans. The Dutch need to find a response as quick as possible. The first goal of the game went to the Dutch, but it's been all Germany ever since. Germany initially started this game being extremely aggressive on the defensive side, and that's how the Dutch ended up getting their first goal, an easy throw into a wide open net. Ever since that goal, though, Germany has gotten back on defense, trying to build a wall in front of the net, and the Dutch no answers to their game. 8:30 left in this second half. Tons of time for the Dutch to get back in this game, as they will set themselves up in front of the net. Quick pass. Tough throw cross pitch there to the captain. Van Offslot gets it over to Vroon. Now it's Vandenberg getting it inside. Good look, but Germany's defense just too strong right now. Nothing going the Dutch's way on the offensive side. They played solid defense, but Germany could open this game up here. They're in the transition this time. It's a race. The Dutch have someone in front of the net. It's the captain, Van Offslot, taking a shot, and it is deflected. Referee is going to call it in favor of the Dutch here. The Netherlands need to find some sort of answer in this second half, down by 2. Only 3 teams in both groups for this championship round robin for the U21 women's block, which means every game even more crucial, more important. The Dutch want to win this game. I think they'd be okay with a draw. Germany up by 2, nothing but a win would be good for them. Moving inside, Van Offslot getting it in the interior. The Dutch looking for their second, but an errant pass will lead to a turnover. Germany will now begin their attack. Good defense by the Dutch, forcing Germany to take their time and letting the Dutch get back on defense. And it's going to be a turnover. Two bad passes by both teams back to back, causing turnovers on the other end. 6 minutes left. 3-1 in favor of Germany. This is the U21 Women's Championship round robin. The first game between these two teams. Good look, but swatting it down was Germany. And now on the other side, an open net. This looks to be a surefire goal for the Germans, and it is the 4th of the game. That was Hannah Koens with her second, 4-1 over the Dutch. The Netherlands have yet to find a response to Germany's attack on the offensive side since they scored the first goal of this game. Germany only one loss in this tournament so far. It was to France, who finished first in their group. The Netherlands finished third, 7 points. 1-1 was their record. Van Offslot swings it back, looking to reset, but it seems like Germany might be okay with getting a little bit more aggressive now that they're up by 3. 5 minutes left. We're just past the halfway point of this second half. Van Offslot, the captain, trying to get something going offensively for the Dutch. Five seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to throw it up. It will be a turnover. Germany will gain possession, and they immediately go forward, but a turnover for them. And now the Dutch can move on the offensive attack. 3-goal deficit. It's not impossible, maybe improbable. Good look here, 2-on-2. But once again, Germany just will not let anything in the net. That's Linda van Os. The Netherlands beginning their attack. Van Offslot. Good deflection by the Germans, and they'll immediately push it forward. We'll see if they can get another goal. Right now, Hannah Koens, 2 goals in this game. She's taking it herself. She's passing it over, though, maybe a little too much on that pass, and it's going to result in a turnover for the Germans. Hannah Koens, who already has 2 goals in this game. It might have been better if she took the shot herself, but instead it's the Dutch now working the transition game. 3 minutes remaining, down by 3. Good little pass on the interior. Tough shot. And it will now be in possession of Germany. Emily Bildat for the Germans. Currently not on the pitch, the captain of the team. Germany resetting here, building an attack. 4-1, 2:30 left. Hitting the post. And the Dutch just in bad position right there. That was number 8, Linda Van Es. Schwarz getting it over to Dorfler. Shot deflected. It will result in what appears to be a corner. They're saying it's in possession of Germany. We just passed the 2-minute mark of this second half. 4-1 for Germany in favor of the Germans. A minute and 30 seconds left. Tough shot by the Germans. Hits the post. Goes out of bounds. And it will switch possession to the Dutch. Only around a minute and 15 remains, though, for the Netherlands to cut this deficit, help their point differential. That could always end up being the tiebreaker in the group stages. So every goal counts. The Netherlands looking for their second. Germany going on the attack. Good look here. Net's wide open. And this is going to be the 5th goal of the game that time. It was Jules Schwarz for Germany. 5-1, 35.6 left on the board. This is the under-21 women's block. Germany 3-0-1 in their first group. Wasn't enough to win their group, though. They finished second behind France. 25 seconds left. The Dutch. It was promising early on, but this game slowly went away from them as they take a shot. And once again, Linda Van Ness in front of the net. Germany looking for maybe one more. Doesn't look like they're going to get it, though. And that will conclude this game. A final score, 4-1, Germany over the Netherlands. Germany 4-0-1 total in this tournament, 1-0 in this championship round robin. We will have more action coming up. It is still the under-21 women's championship round robin. It is New Zealand and it is Great Britain. We'll be right back.
Here, pitch number 1, again, final score. 4-1 for Germany over the Netherlands. The break heads up on the next games coming up. 10-20 here, pitch number 1. With New Zealand under-21 women. They'll be up against Great Britain under-21. Pitch 2. Again, we'll have Germany under-21 men against Namibia under-21. Pitch 3, Poland under-21. New Zealand under-21. And pitch 4 of the Netherlands and Malaysia under-21. And all being live streamed. Well, things beginning to cool off. We're enjoying a nice breeze up here in the VIP area, getting ready for our games at 10:20. And I'm back once again, the man of the hour, international legend, Curly Barker. Welcome to call the game here at 10:20 between New Zealand and their home country of Great Britain.
Yes, under 21 ladies going well here. still in the fight for a semi-final place. The longer we keep punching that way, I'm happy. So good luck to both teams. Kiwis again, both these teams now battling for a place in the semi-final.
Of course, Great Britain, very much the birthplace and home of canoe polo, going way back to the last, I think almost to the end of the 19th century. Wasn't there a picture somewhere, some paper from London, of two people in a canoe or a boat holding a ball?
Yes, there's a fairly mythical background to canoe polo.
I'm not saying that it was you in that boat, no.
Oh, you wouldn't be the first. Yeah, I started quite early, but the world was black and white in my childhood, but it doesn't quite go back to the 1800s, whatever people tell you. But no, most of Europe started developing something like canoe polo in the late 60s, early 70s. There was national championships in Great Britain in 74, which actually makes us the first of those nations to have one. But by the late 70s, most countries in Europe had some sort of version of the game. And it was also being played in a very different way in the States and a similar way in Australia, mainly from expats coming from GB. And that's when the ICF decided they needed a common set of rules, which led to the game we see today. Because prior to that, if I would travel to France to play, I would play French rules. And if you travel to Germany, you play German rules, and so on and so on. And there's a little elite club online of those of us who played more than 5 different styles. I'm proud to say I'm one of them.
But I'm sure at that time, of course, with regard to the differing styles, as you alluded to, but I'm sure a lot of the serious players were looking ahead to the future, and they realized in order to get our act together, if we're going to take this sport seriously, not only for us, but for the world to take this sport seriously, we do have to bring the rules together under one roof. So that's when the ICF got involved.
Very much so. A small band of people at that time really drove the rules to where they are. A phenomenal job was done that the rules actually function, because it's a complicated game. They came up with a set of rules and they worked. They were taken across the world, and of course there was a bit of toing and throwing, a bit of horse trading on what we played. These are essentially French goals for those who remember far enough back, and very fine they are. They were agreed as the best option. In GB we used to play with a solid wooden board that would make a lovely noise when you scored a goal. In the Netherlands and Italy they used to play with a water polo goal on the water floating, but the French developed these goals, and here we are.
Beautiful. So we're getting ready for the next game, New Zealand and Great Britain. And of course we are live here, the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships in Welland, Ontario, Canada. And again, a huge welcome to many of our fans who traveled from around the world, here from Welland, Southern Ontario. Many of our friends from the US of A. And of course, we had a great game between Canada and the US. Happy to say, as a Canadian, Canada prevailing, but they will be there in the standings on Sunday. Good game, and beginning to cool off a little bit, as I mentioned. Currently, humidex of 40 degrees. How it's going to feel, but we are getting a bit of a cloud cover, which I'm sure makes it a little better for the players on the water.
Yeah, for sure. It gets very hot. It's a very physical game. You have to play it at an intensity, and much as it won't ever slow down or stop these players playing, the heat can make it harder in the long term for them. Just quickly as we line the teams up, on the right, in the black, traditional black, white ferns on the back deck, we have the Kiwi team from New Zealand, and on our left, as we look at it, in the red, buoyancy age red boats, the under-21 ladies from Great Britain. Good luck to them both.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Kurt, who are the loudest fans? Okay, the fans from
We're
New
back
Zealand.
here for the
Make some
ICF Canoe
noise.
Polo World Championships.
Oh, you're sleeping on
It
the
is
job.
Great
Come on,
Britain
do better than that. Take two. Make
and
some
New
noise. Good
Zealand
morning.
for the under-21 women's.
And our fans from Great Britain, where are you? Are you here?
This is the championship round robin.
I think Curly.
Great
I think
Britain.
we've got a match on our hands here.
Their second game of the round robin for New Zealand,
Okay,
the
I think
first.
coffee, it's been a
Great
slow
Britain was
coffee.
successful
Coffee
yesterday
is a
over
good game.
France,
We've got
a
good game.
win of 4-1.
Great
Yep.
Britain and New Zealand.
And the New Zealand team taking the ball off the start, settles the team down. They'll be pleased to have that, just passing the ball around everything else is just getting into the game. For me, I always used to be nervous before games until I touched the ball. Once I touch the ball, it's just another ball game.
New Zealand on the attack first.
Start once this Kiwi team push forward. Waiting for that Shot clocks as we see on the
Pass
far
inside.
corners of the pitch.
That is number 4, Alexia Hinton.
Second shot clock in Polo.
She has the ball now.
Local, so we're more familiar with that game. Tactically, Canoe Polo quite like basketball.
Good opportunity there for New Zealand.
Players forced to take a shot.
But it's the Brits able to defend it. Nicole Hudson, the keeper, loses the ball though, and now New Zealand maybe a chance to get on the board first. Little pass to the inside, good look, great defense though.
Oh no, a turnover physically is not really a problem for these guys. They go over, they come up, that's what they expect.
As the clock continues to wind down, cloudy day here at the Welland International Flatwater Center. This is the championship round robin for the U21 women's block. We just saw Germany and the Netherlands. Germany a convincing win over the Dutch.
Yeah, be careful.
They're in the other group though.
Similar but not quite the same. I stand corrected.
New Zealand almost getting on the board there, flips it over the net.
In the New Zealand favour, no goal as yet.
8:14 remaining.
Another corner ball, resets the shot clock of course at 60 seconds.
New Zealand
To choose to build an attack,
taking the
or
corner,
attack quickly.
getting close inside, nice shot.
21 women's game, so
But Great Britain's defense holding strong,
we don't have
as that's Alexia Hinton with the ball, getting it to Kate Blinko.
the physicality of our game means that under 21 is seen by the powers that be as appropriate for this game.
And the Brits will now begin their first real attack of this game. New Zealand quick to get back on the defense though. Kelsey Wild already in front of the goal.
Shot clock sets a corner and then we'll begin their first real attack of the game.
Okay, under 21, what is the minimum age for the same for both men and women?
Yes, it is. You can play in the senior category or the open category at any age above 15.
A corner for the Brits. We are 7:37 in this game so far.
Like most governing
Flings it
bodies,
forward,
has a fairly complex set
but a
of
bad pass
eligibility.
lands
So it's
into
not
the lap of Kate Blinko for New Zealand,
competition, but 21
but she
is
can't
real
hold on to it.
competition.
Both teams turning around, back and forth they go, but a foul is called, so New Zealand will keep possession, getting it to Kelsey Wild. Wild fighting for the ball, losing possession.
Very pleased to see it. Very physical, very competitive.
And now it is Great Britain. Both of these teams extremely aggressive early on, fighting for the ball at all times. We've seen New Zealand get in their set a couple of times. Great Britain have yet to really get a good opportunity at the net. But here they are, making a push forward, still 0-0. Long bottom, passes it over to Howes. Back and forth they go, looking for something on the inside. Instead, kicking it out to Danielle Brain, looking for a shot maybe. As they continue to fight for the ball, deflected by Kelsey Wild of New Zealand. And they are going to say it is a corner for the Brits. This is the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships tournament. Started off Tuesday, and it was the under-21 men's and women's who kicked it off. And now day 4.
Disputed ball there, one by number 3 for New Zealand. That's Kate Blinko. They'll be happy to turn that one over and get themselves back on the front foot.
New Zealand swings it all the way down the pitch, 3-on-3. One of the New Zealand players, she's going to substitute in the captain, Madison Geiger. Geiger racing for it, and she gets it. Maybe a shot for herself, I should say, and instead it was number 8, Haley Cameron, who gets New Zealand on the board. The first goal of this game, just over halfway to go in this first half. New Zealand maybe surprising Great Britain a little bit right now. a 1-0 lead. Previous game, we saw the Netherlands score the first goal, and it was Germany who responded with 5 of their own in a blowout victory. Could Great Britain do the same? They're one of the better teams in this tournament, so it's possible, as they take a quick shot, but New Zealand's strong on the defensive end. Alexia Hilton turning it over, but a foul will keep possession with New Zealand.
Referees very crucial to these games. You'll notice we have 2 referees, one on either side of the pitch. We have over on the far side, the first
Kate
referee,
Blinko
right on the telly.
to Alexia Hinton.
Senior referee, main referee.
Fighting for a shot. She looks like she wants to take it, but instead hands it over to Blinko. And now the captain, Geiger, she settles things down. 4:20 remains. A 1-0 New Zealand lead.
I'll let him know that compliment from
The
you,
captain.
Tony, but I think he's
Good
making
look.
6-2 at the moment.
But the
I know
Brits
that to you
are able to
it's
make
not
the save.
at all, but it is to me.
The ref will say it did not go out of bounds, so they can push forward.
Now a press coming, 4 players from the New Zealand team trying to slow this GB attack down, working the shot clock just by putting some effort in, and I really do respect that. They're stepping the pace up. They're a goal
New
up,
Zealand
still on trying
picking
to
up
get
the ball
attack going.
and will
Great
look
work
to
from
extend
them.
their lead here on the other end. Geiger just
And
flipping
again,
it
nice little flick
to her
back over
teammate.
the top.
That's
Look,
Alexia
Still
Hinton.
going to be retrieved safely. GB trying to do the same again, putting some pressure on the Kiwis, winding that clock down.
The Brits
right in
really
the
playing up.
Kiwi court, but now they've broken away.
3
Now New
players
Zealand
already in
coming
front of the
forward.
net. While Fairley
Defence is set, but the New Zealand
and
have
Rowdy
got themselves out of their own half.
play close up, but
30 seconds of the shot
this
clock,
New
12
Zealand
minutes
team
gone.
had an easy look at the net there, but just an errant pass forces a turnover. And now Great Britain on the attack. A substitution was made. Coming into the game
And
for
there
Great
is
Britain
the
was
corner
Lucy
from
Boyce,
New Zealand.
and she's the one with the ball now. Throwing it close up into the net. 2 defenders though,
GB still on this attack, trying to make something
making
happen.
a
That
shot
one
almost
goal
impossible
deficit,
for
driving them on,
Great Britain.
holding a fence, free shot.
But instead, a quick response. Catherine Fairley for Great Britain ties this game up. It is 1-1 with 2:45 left. A foul was called on New Zealand, and instead of setting up their offense, Great Britain instead took the shot as quick as they can. And for Catherine Fairley,
That's the game the crowd wants.
an important goal as we head closer to the end of the first half to tie this game up. We'll see if New Zealand has a response.
When did the women's game
Haley
begin?
Cameron coming in on the top of the pitch, but instead it's turned over. And Fairley, who has that goal for the Brits, pushes it forward, and now it's a race. It could potentially be a 3-on-1 attack here for Great Britain. 1-on-1 right now. Instead, throwing it back, taking the shot, and it goes in. New Zealand, who scores the first goal of this game, now trailing by 1. That was number 5 for Great Britain, Georgina Longbottom.
But no, just back to the championships. The under-21 category started in
The Brits, one of the best teams in this tournament, and they showed why right there. A quick response from their initial goal. Momentum has swung completely on the other side as New Zealand will look to try to tie this game before halftime. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
The last 2 minutes of this half, Kiwi team just taking a moment, talking tactics. Bimaigas out there setting up a set play. They've got the shot clock in here, and they'd love to just pull that goal lead back.
Quick pass there.
Building gently, no panic, nice control. Certainly they will have enjoyed the early lead, got level. Now behind it, they're dealing with it beautifully.
New Zealand pushing forward.
Inside pass, a close opportunity. They don't want to throw anything silly away. Drawn a foul from the GB defence. And the big good news for the Kiwis there is they get a shot clock reset, which means this last
A
minute
foul
of the game
called
they're in
on
the
Great
driving
Britain,
seat.
so it will stay with New Zealand. Ball right in front of the net.
A little tactical battle here. Where's this taken from? The referee wants to get them in the right place. Very crucial when it's this close to the goal.
Clock is stopped as we wait for play to resume.
An extra half a metre here, they will if GB.
Ref telling them to pull it back a little bit. Clock starts. Play resumes. New Zealand looking for their second of the day.
And into the last minute.
Currently up is Great Britain at a score of 2-1. New Zealand looking for the answer.
Yeah.
Currently Kelsey Wild with the ball outside of the attack. Swinging it to the bottom. This is Alexia Hinton. New Zealand. Nice pass to the other side. Good look. But the defense from Great Britain just too strong. We'll see if they try to attack as quick as they can. A race to the net. A tough shot and just over the bar. Kelsey Wild for New Zealand was too late to get there. It was a wide open net for the Brits. But for Lucy Boyce, just a little too much on the ball there. Keeping this score 2-1 though. 12 seconds left. New Zealand takes a tough shot. But the Brits were aware. Another close look inside and they scored. New Zealand with the second goal of the game. 4.1 seconds left in the first half. What a response. Kate Blinko for New Zealand. What a play. And the Brits throw it up to try to take the lead back, but they can't. A 2-2 game between Great Britain and New Zealand. Extremely competitive. Back and forth they go, but we'll see who has more in them coming up for the second half.
Oh, by the way, a big shout out to our fans here from New Zealand and from GB doing a great job. Coffee is kicked in. Okay. I know New Zealand coffee is a favorite beverage. How many?
Well, I know you're hinting that the GB team's fueled by cups of tea, but I'm not sure that stereotype really holds good anymore. So.
By the way, speaking of, while we're in this brief break, of course, Great Britain, the home of Canoe Polo, how large and how extensive is club play in, let's say, around Great Britain?
Well, in Great Britain we have 4 divisions in the men's or the open category because we still play mixed competitions at home. So we have an open category and a women's only category. The open category is very large, it's about 100 teams across the country, which is one of the bigger league structures. The Germans have a phenomenally big league structure. So big, even I can't count how many club teams they have. But we're very lucky, and that fuels, like anything, the more your ground base is, the more you can fuel your national team. And so players from this do come from all of the home nations. We have Scots, Welsh and English people. I'm not sure we've got anyone from Northern Ireland just at the moment, but it is a real great British team. And they're fueled by different clubs. Obviously, like most sports, we have some clubs that dominate, supply more teams, some fewer. But we try to be as open as possible with the selection because the game for the coaches and the management staff is to get the best individual players to form themselves into the best team that can put forward. And I've got no doubt that the combinations are pretty much the same plan. 3 minutes gone flying by for the coaches and players. So they're lining back up for the second period. The charge start, always crucial. A very exciting part of the game of canoe polo. This category and the others, one player from each team will make a charge for the ball that's thrown in by the referee. So it's Donzelli's moment to step up to the mark.
Okay, so the volume a little from our fans, New Zealand, Great Britain, at about a 6.5, 7.
We're back here for the second half of this U21 Women's Open block. It is currently a tie game, 2-2, between New Zealand and Great Britain. It is the championship round robin. New Zealand, the first team to get on the board here today. Great Britain responded with 2 of their own, but then with 4 seconds remaining, it was Kate Blinko for New Zealand to tie this game up. The opening sprint, delay of game is being called. On the play, so they will reset, redo the sprint to start this second half. Once again, Kate Blinko, the hero for New Zealand, at least of the first half, to keep this game tied.
Either did not favour one team or over-favoured another.
Momentum swinging both ways for both of these teams. We'll see who gets first attack of this game. New Zealand getting it. That's the captain, Geiger, who flips under the water, but she is still able to get it. But they will call a foul, so the Brits on the attack. New Zealand trying to adjust to the defense. Good look here. Great defense, though, by the keeper, Kelsey Wild. Katie Howe has a couple of good looks in the first half. Another good look there. But Great Britain only at 2 goals, equal to New Zealand. Fairly even in terms of possession in that first half for both of these teams. Great Britain will reset, though.
9 minutes to play. This game part of a mini group. If you come into the top 2, you progress into the semi-final.
Great Britain pushing forward from the top of the pitch. Good pass, though. Katie House throws it over to Lucy Boyce, who gets it to the corner. Now they're on the inside. This will be a tough shot to make. And it goes over the net. No deflection, so it will now be New Zealand who can try to build their first attack of this game, of this half. Alexia Hinton with the ball. She will take it up herself, it looks like. Now swinging it over to the captain, Geiger, who swings it to the middle. That's Wild. Geiger. Haley Cameron, who swung it over to Blinko. Good chance here for New Zealand, but instead play will stop. We'll see who they call it on. It looks like it is on Great Britain, so New Zealand will maintain possession. Clock is stopped, 7:34, 2-2. No goals so far in this second half. All of the goals came in the first. Could we get a third here? By number 3, Kate Blinko, in front of the net, surrounded by the Brits. Geiger coming in, maybe for some help. You can see the struggle, the battle on the inside right now.
With regard to the illegal use of the towel, this may take a different form.
Referee telling them to even it out here.
The most common one, and it happens quite easily.
And it's going to be Geiger, who takes it inside instead. Play resumes. Geiger immediately shoots it, and it will go out of bounds. Deflected off one of the Brits, so New Zealand will maintain possession. A long stoppage of play, maybe a little bit of a chance for some of the players to take a breather there, as a corner is being closely defended by Lucy Boyce. They swing it all the way up to Kate Blinko. Blinko gets inside, trying to build something here. Nice little pass to Geiger. The captain can't finish it, though. It will stay with New Zealand tied 2-2 with 7 remaining. For Great Britain, an opportunity at the semifinals at stake here. You win, and they are in, already defeating France earlier. For New Zealand, they win, They are in a extremely good spot right now, but that leaves this group wide open. And there we have it. The third goal of the game goes in favor of New Zealand. 6:40 remaining.
Period of defense into an offense. Get out there.
New Zealand, a huge goal to give them this lead. They were down 2-1
Nice goal.
before Kate Blinko tied it up at the end of this first half. Now going into the second to get that first goal, give them the lead. 6 minutes remaining. It was Alexia Hinton who got that goal for New Zealand here to make it a 3-2 lead as it goes out of bounds in favor of the Brits. Great Britain, an impressive win over France yesterday, 4-1. A loss here to New Zealand would be extremely disappointing, but New Zealand, a great team.
Both teams defended well. He was just having the better on the attack, and that's giving them that 1-goal lead. A press from the GB team, now marking man for man. Each player to player. This is a real battle of parking skill.
Great Britain was in the initial group stages with a ton of fantastic teams: Germany, France, Chinese Taipei, as well as Spain. For New Zealand, they were with Poland, Canada, Netherlands, and Argentina. But we're on to the second stage. And this is the first game for New Zealand in this championship round robin, and they look fantastic. Swinging it over to the bottom of the pitch, that is Greer Edelson getting it to the captain. But now an opportunity at numbers here for Great Britain. A huge turnover and a huge chance. Rushing for the ball is Lucy Boyce. An open look, and she misses the net. Great Britain, an opportunity to tie this game up at 3 apiece. Lucy Boyce shaking her head after that shot, knowing that 9 times out of 10 she would have made it. But instead, we now head over to the other side of the pitch. New Zealand may be looking to extend this lead. 4:10 remaining in this second half. Good pass to the outside. Good look. Great save, though, but the rebound, and it goes in. Number 5, Greer Edelson for New Zealand, makes this a 4-2 lead over Great Britain. That is 3 unanswered now. And that miss on the other side by Lucy Boyce looks even worse. Now down 2. Great Britain's going to have to make a push. Danielle Brain getting it close to the net, and an immediate response by Great Britain to cut this lead to 1. Catherine Fairley, who had the first goal for the Brits, now gets her second to cut this lead. A much-needed response for Great Britain to cut this lead down to 1. Great Britain wins, they advance to the semifinals. New Zealand wins, the group remains completely wide open. A push in close, a good look, and a great goal. That's the captain, Madison Geiger, for New Zealand. The score now 5-3 with 3:21 remaining.
This game a 2-goal lead to the New Zealand team now.
Great Britain, after that huge response to cut this lead to 1, New Zealand wasted no time to get that goal back, and it was the captain. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this game. It's been a good one. Great Britain 3, New Zealand 5. Good look on the outside, getting it back inside, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was deflected. So it will be Catherine Fairley taking it from the corner at the top of the pitch.
Over 2 minutes to go, so 2 goals to kick.
New Zealand playing up as close as they can.
Backing themselves here to hold this out.
Another chance inside. That time New Zealand's able to keep it in bounds and gain possession. Haley Cameron looking on the far end of the pitch, maybe for an outlet pass. Instead, they're going to take their time. And now, here's that outlet pass that I just mentioned. It is to Haley Cameron, wide open in front of the net. She makes no mistake about it. It is 6-3 in favor of New Zealand over Great Britain. That might have been the game-clinching goal here. Up by 3 with 2 minutes left. This game has completely gotten away from the Brits. They were up 2-1 late in that first half, and with 5 seconds left, it was Kate Blinko who tied it up. And ever since that goal, it's been all New Zealand. 6-3. Great Britain needs a goal, and they need it fast. A minute 50 left.
Coming out to find a gap and looking to get inside with some momentum now, find a way in.
Long bottom, has it right now, pushes it to the inside. A lot of movement, but it's not going to fool the keeper for New Zealand, Kelsey Wild. New Zealand's defense much improved in this second half compared to the first. The top of the pitch right now is Catherine Fairley. Flipping it though to the center. Hudson back to Fairley. New Zealand getting a little bit more aggressive defensively, playing more on the man instead of covering the zone. Good deflection there. The ref going to stop the clock. And it is going to be a free shot for Great Britain. More than likely going to make this game a 6-4 score. Not enough to tie the game or take the lead for the Brits, but they'll take anything at this point with under a minute remaining. Referee calls for it, and it goes in for Great Britain. That is Nicole Hudson getting the 4th goal of the game for Great Britain. Even though it may be too late for a comeback, every goal means something, especially when the tiebreaker could come down to point differential. So an important goal for the Brits, as the ref once again stops the clock. Great Britain with a victory over France earlier yesterday. New Zealand, their first game in this championship round robin. And they have shown that they may be one of the teams to beat, finishing second in their initial group stages. Poland first.
Here we go, 30 seconds, ball moving.
30 seconds left. Maybe a 5th goal. Instead, it's deflected, and New Zealand will gain possession. And it looks like they may get a 7th. 25 seconds remaining. A tough grab there for Kate Blinko, who takes the shot and scores. 7-4, 14.8 on the clock.
Looping shot over the top, and of course,
Kate Blinko with a goal with 4 seconds left in the first half, now with a goal with 14 seconds left in the second half. Great Britain, disappointing loss here. They could have clinched their spot in the semifinals with a win. Instead, they're going to have to wait it out and see what's at play between France and New Zealand. 4.4 left, clock is stopped. This will be more than likely the final opportunity to see a goal come on the board here for this game between New Zealand and Great Britain. The shot goes up. It's deflected, 2 seconds on the clock. And that will do it for this game. New Zealand, an impressive performance. 7-4 over Great Britain. They are now 1-0 in the championship round robin. Great Britain 1-0-1. We'll be back with more action for the 10:50 opening sprint. It will be between Canada and Ireland, the U21 men's bracket.
Well-known international player, referee, and coach. Let's give both teams, New Zealand, Great Britain, a great round of applause. Well done. Fine, fine game. Standing by, 10:55 officially. We have 2 pitches will be underway. Chasing for places 13 to 16. We will have in pitch number 1, Canada, under 21, men's division, and Ireland, under 21. Canada, Ireland, once again in pitch number 1. All getting set, getting warmed up. 10:55 will be the official start, again streaming live online. Pitch 2, we'll have Argentina and Chinese Taipei. I believe both China, Republic of China, and Chinese Taipei, both making their debut here at the World Championships. Picture of the. I gotta get a picture of these. I gotta get a picture of these two. You know, I gotta get a picture of these 2 living legends. So, okay, thank you. I know. Once again, we have pitch number 1. We've 2 great teams, Canada and Ireland. All set to go 10:55, getting warmed up. Pitch number 2 will be Argentina, Chinese Taipei, under 21. And again, we are live streaming. Great audience from around the world tuning into the action here at the Welland International Flatwater Center, Welland, Ontario, Canada. And a big shout out to our many fans and many families and players who traveled from around the world. 27 countries, 56, I believe, close to 60 teams. And a big shout out to our sponsors, the host organizing committee, the City of Welland, International Canoe Federation, Canoe Kayak Canada. Also want to thank the province of Ontario. Also want to thank our presenting sponsors, Regatta Sports. They are here on site if you're looking for some great merchandise. Championship merchandise on sale would make great gifts for Christmas, for birthdays, and anniversary. Yupen Sport, Canada's best value in Seaway Mall. Also want to thank our supporting sponsors, Niagara College, been handling a lot of the play-by-play, and they've done a tremendous job. Great to be working with these students. Brock University, Nebraska Sport, Festivities, Best Western Rose City Suites, where many of the players are staying, and tourism partnership from the region of Niagara.
And we're here at the International Flatwater Center in Welland, Ontario. It is the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. We are now at the U21 men's block. It is Canada and Ireland. This is 13 through 16 placement game. Another round robin tournament for 4 of these teams. The standings will determine who comes in 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Canada and Ireland both played yesterday. Both of them got a win. Canada 3-1 over Argentina. For Ireland, 5-4 over Chinese Taipei. The opening sprint begins, and it will be Canada who gets the initial attack in this game.
Canada and Ireland. First half, good luck.
Both of these teams falling short of the championship round robin here for the U21 men's group. But we'll now be focusing on finishing in the best place possible. Canada moving up. That is the captain, Underwood, number 6, who has the ball now after getting it back from Tolinar. Randy Tolinar at the bottom of the pitch right now. Takes a shot. It's deflected by one of the Irish players, and it will stay in possession with Canada. Canada initially in Group D with France, New Zealand, and Japan. Finishing last in the group. And now an opportunity to maybe get their second win of this tournament. That is Ben Capstick with the ball right now. He swings it over to Cody Underwood. 25 on the shot clock, 8 minutes to go in this first half. Ball ended up bouncing off of Capstick's kayak, and now Ireland quick on the transition, racing to the other side. Tough pass there, though, to Oisin McKay. And it will go out of bounds, and possession will flip, and it will be now Canada getting their second chance on the offensive side. Substitution being made. Mikhail Dubé coming out for Canada. And coming in, Benjamin Lapointe.
And just a quick reminder.
Cody Underwood with the ball at the top, resetting right now.
Canadian team in the red box, Ireland in the white box.
Randy Tolinar
Even game.
looking for something here. As I said, both teams won their first games in this placement bracket. Canada facing Ireland today. Chinese Taipei facing Argentina. Later on today will be Canada and Chinese Taipei, as well as Ireland and Argentina. So the placement will be determined today for the U21 men's consolation side, as that's McKay coming in, taking a shot. Good defense, though, by the captain, Cody Underwood. It will stay in possession with Ireland right now. McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots it, misses, gets his own rebound, shoots it again, and he gets it in. 1-0 in favor of Ireland over Canada.
Irish team scoring first blood. Now 1-0. Ireland.
Ireland with the 5-4 win over Chinese Taipei yesterday. Canada taking down Argentina 3-1. But it's Ireland who gets on the board first. Cody Underwood to Tolinar, back to Underwood. Staying outside on the perimeter. Tolinar throws it over. As the clock resumes, Canada looking to tie this game up. Currently down 1-0. Good deflection there by Ireland. Good shot there by Tolinar, but it's deflected. Bounced off of Caleb Bowden's paddle. And now Ireland on the attack. 2-on-2. Cody Underwood already underneath the net. And instead, it will be the second goal of the game for Ireland. This time, it was Kevin Quinn who got on the board. So Quinn and McLaughlin both on the board for Ireland. 2-0. Just under 5 minutes left in this first half. Canada, disappointing start so far to this tournament, but they were able to pick up the win yesterday over Argentina. Both teams looking to get 2 in a row.
Okay, don't be shy in the stands. We have many fans from Canada and Ireland. Make some noise. Don't be shy. Canada needs your support.
Good pass there to Underwood. Back to Tolinar.
On our home turf here in Welland, Ontario. Cody once again. That's number 4, Randy Tolinar. Number 7, Guillaume Bellier.
Underwood, tough shot. A lot of zip on the ball there, but still not enough to beat this Irish defense, keeping it 2-0, 3:55 left in this first half. This is day 4 of the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. A long tournament. Fatigue always can come into play. Tough shot there by Valerie. And it still won't be enough to get Canada on the board. The Irish now move up over the pitch. It's a 4-on-4. And they're just going to wait. It's now a 5-on-4. Tough shot. Looked like it could have gone in, but instead bounces out. And will keep the score at 2-0 in favor of Ireland. This is for the 13th through 16th placements of the U21 men's block. Cody Underwood, the keeper for Canada, constantly running the point for his team.
Number 2, under 21, Argentina. Chinese Taipei, under 21, again being live streamed as we speak. Check your tablet, your phone, your camera device.
Underwood looks like he might take it down himself here. Valier takes a tough shot over the net. No deflection, which means possession will change. We just passed the 2-minute mark, minute 52 left. Ireland on top 2-0 over Canada. Both teams got the win yesterday in their first placement matchups. Argentina and Chinese Taipei finishing out the group of this 13th through 16th placement. They're playing on pitch 2 right now. Ireland looking for an attack. And hitting the post is Ireland, keeping this score 2-0. Canada now making a couple substitutions. Tolinar getting on the pitch, and he has it, and he's going to move forward. No numbers, though. 3 Irishmen already in the defensive zone. 0 players for Canada. So they had to reset. Under a minute remains in the first half. 2-0 for Ireland. Canada slowing things down. Still a shot clock, despite being under a minute on the game clock. Back and forth they go, taking as much time as they can off the clock. And here they go for maybe a final attack of this half. Good shot. But it goes underneath the net, keeping it 2-0. One final shot for Ireland. It does not come close to the net. It is a 2-0 score in favor of Ireland over Canada at the end of the first half. Canada will look to maybe make a comeback in this game for their second win of this placement group. We'll be back for the second half in around 3 minutes.
For our Canadian fans, the Canadian Canoe Polo National Championships will be taking place Dodds Lake in Innisfil, Alberta later on this month. And again, you can check their website. Once again, the 2018 Canadian Canoe Polo National Championships in Dodds Lake, Innisfil, Alberta. Later on this month, I believe around August the 25th. You can check their websites. Oh, by the way, some good news to pass along. A warm day today, heading up to a high 40 Celsius. That's what it's going to feel like. And our bar is now open, courtesy Consulman Winery. We've got nice cold Canadian beer on tap, some fine wine from Consulman Winery from the Niagara region. Of course, for the wine connoisseurs, well over 100 wineries in the Niagara region. But again, our bar open for business.
And we're back here for the second half of the 13 through 16 placement group for the U21 men's. It is Ireland up 2-0 over Canada. Both goals coming for Ireland. It was Kevin Quinn and Connor McLaughlin. We'll see if Canada has a comeback in them here. 10 minutes on the clock for the second half.
Good luck. And to our Canadian fans, let's make some noise. Let's see them in. Changed ends. Canadians in the red boats, Irish white boats are set to go. Ball is in. Second half underway.
And we will redo the second half sprint. And Ireland gets it, and they will get the first attack of this half. McKay with it, getting it over to Quinn, scoring the second goal for Ireland. A lot of movement here as Canada in their zone, trying to make things as difficult as possible for the Irish players on the interior. Here comes Donnelly, who cuts inside, trying to find something here. Here's McKay. Good look off the bar, bouncing off a couple of players. We'll see who gains possession. It could go back to Ireland, and it does. Kevin Quinn fighting on the inside, trying to gain possession for the Irish. Ends up going out of bounds off a Canadian player. So the extra effort by Quinn, they get rewarded with another chance to score. And here is Quinn getting inside, throwing it over. Nice underhand shot there by Donnelly for the Irishman. And now it is 3-0 over Canada. Kevin Quinn, nice pass inside, and he had the extra effort to gain them that extra possession. Not all of the great plays can be shown on the stat sheet, and for Kevin Quinn, that was a great play. Cody Underwood, the captain, looking to get something going for Canada right now. They're down 3 in the second half. Chinese Taipei facing Argentina. Those 4 teams round out this placement group for the U21 men's. Chinese Taipei currently up 7-1 over Argentina. Canada now resetting here. 4 players on the inside. They're going to have to spread themselves out a bit. Underwood takes a shot, and the captain unable to get a good look at the net as Ireland, all 5 players pushing at the same time. Nice pass. Good look. And it's money for Caleb Bowden. 4-0 Ireland. 7:43 left in the second half. Ireland starting to open this game up. The hustle by all 5 Irish players there, all getting to the net at equal speed. Good little pass over one of the Canadian defenders, and a great shot to finish it was Caleb Bowden. So Canada now down 4 in the second half. They let in 2 goals in the first, already 2 though in the second, and a mistimed pass bounces off of the hands, and it will now be in possession of Ireland. They'll look to extend this lead. Ireland wins this game. They will be in a great spot to finish 13th in this U21 men's bracket. That would be the best placement they can get now. Already defeating Chinese Taipei 5-4 yesterday. Currently up 4-0 against Canada, and will later on be facing Argentina, who has struggled all tournament long, losing to Canada, currently losing to Chinese Taipei. Ireland moving it backwards right now. It was deflected. And they are going to sub out. And a tip of the ball goes off of McKay's hands, and possession will switch over for Canada. Once again, though, a foul called on Canada, and another turnover is what we're going to see. Ireland, one more goal here surely would end this game for the Canadian team. Shot from the side, goes out of bounds, no deflection. Couple of changes here for the Canadians as they will try to push for another offensive attack. Canada moving closer, but a foul is called. Ireland will get possession in an immediate outlet pass. They have Lane in front of the net here. Good pass, but Canada able to get back in time. That's Tolinar, who saves a surefire goal. It's still going to stay with Ireland, but a big stop there by the Canadians. Ireland pushing up. And another goal for Ireland. Kevin Quinn gets on the board for the second time. But the referee is going to call the goal off, so it's going to stay 4-0. Ireland. Almost a goal there, called off. So they will maintain a 4-goal lead. Canada attacking. Underwood at the top, 20 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get into their offensive set. They try to force it inside, and another turnover, and you can see the outlet being prepared for Ireland. Just a mistimed throw, and another turnover that Canada can try to begin their offensive set. Around 4:20 left here in the second half, 4-0 in favor of Ireland. Cody Underwood, the captain. Underwood resetting here. Good look by Underwood. Goes over the net, though, and it will stay 4-0. 3:30 left. Ireland will begin their attack. Coming onto the pitch is McConvey. Getting it to Bowden, who scored in this game. Over to Quinn, who also scored. Good look. Close, but not close enough. They're going to say it was deflected, though. So Ireland will get a corner throw, looking like it will be at the top of the pitch. Substitution being made. Coming in for Canada is Valliere. 3 minutes on the clock. And just a poorly thrown pass goes behind Fergal McConvey. McKay flips it to the other side of the pitch to McConvey. Falling back a bit and then deciding that they'll reset at the top here with Lane. Quinn and McConvey going back and forth, getting McKay involved. Time running down on the shot clock to only 21 seconds left. Not that much time to get into their set here. Nice little behind the back pass there. It's a turnover, though. Canada can't get numbers right now as Ireland begins to go back. And they're just going to reset with the captain, Underwood. We just passed the 2-minute point here for the second half. 4-0 in favor of Ireland. Canada yet to find a goal here in this game. Both teams won their first matchups in the 13 through 16 placements. Ireland looking like they'll be getting their second with a win today. Both of these teams will be playing later on today. Canada will be taking on Chinese Taipei. Ireland will face Argentina. Chinese Taipei right now dominating Argentina on pitch 2, while Ireland continues their lead here on pitch 1. Minute 10 left, turnover, and the attack will now go on to the other side of the pitch. This is Oyson McKay, who just swung it over to Caleb Finlay Bowden. Caleb Bowden, he scored earlier on in this second half as a green card has just been given to one of the Canadian players. Frustration building. Obviously, you want to be successful, especially when you're playing in your home country. The tournament hasn't gone the way that Canada wants. But credit where credit is due, Ireland played a great game today on both sides of the pitch, as we have just passed 1 minute left in this second half. 4-0 for Ireland over Canada. Ireland pushing forward, taking as much time off the clock as they can. Tough position there. Pump faking it a couple of times, hitting the post. 10 seconds left. One last rush for the Canadians. 3 seconds left. Tough shot over the net. The clock will stop with 1.6 left. But that will be the final shot of this game. Canada will remain scoreless as the ball will come back into play. And clock will start just a moment. It does, and the game concludes 4-0 in favor of Ireland over Canada. This was the 13 through 16 placement group for the under-21 men's block. We'll have more action coming up in just a little bit, so stay tuned for the ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here in Welland, Ontario.
And game between Canada and Ireland now concluded. Final score 4-0 for Ireland. Just a heads up, 11:30 will be the senior women. Pitch number 1, New Zealand. France will soon be entering the pitch. Pitch 2. The Italy and the U.S. Pitch 2, pitch 3 in senior women. We'll have España, Spain, and Singapore. Pitch number 3, and a reminder once again, we will have live stream commentary online as we speak. quick reminder once again, humid day here at the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here at the renowned Welland Flatwater Center here in Welland, Ontario. Once again, official time 11:27. Just a quick reminder, we have our looking for some suds. Of course, we do have water on site, but if you're looking for something a little stronger, some beers, some wine from one of the local wineries, we have Nozzleman Winery. You'll see the black tent in behind the viewing stand if you need some suds. I believe about $5 a shot. Again, just a quick reminder with regard to drinking and driving, just a little safety notes. Good to see the international array of flags from the participating countries this year here in Welland. Of course, this has been the site of many international flatwater events. Rowing, kayaking, dragon boating. I was here a few weeks ago for the 2018 Canadian Dragon Boat Championships. It was a three-day event. And I believe Canoe Polo making its debut here. The championship, we did have a special demonstration event. Part of a canoe sprint event here, I believe, a few years ago. But this is the first major international event for Canoe Polo here in Welland. Beautiful Welland, Ontario, otherwise known as the Rose City. If you've traveled in and about this beautiful city, you'll find many rose gardens, part of the Niagara region. Of course, the area that we're on is this channel that is closed down a number of years ago, not being used as part of the Welland Canal. The new section of the canal built just outside of the city, connecting Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, for a very good reason. There is a considerable height difference between Erie and Lake Ontario. Of course, the Niagara Falls, one of the great wonders of the world on Niagara River, not too far, and I'm sure many of our fans and friends have visited the falls. Good quick reminder for many of our fans and friends and families here for the week-long championship. Good idea to visit the falls in the evening. They have a spectacular light show on display in the evening, and it's something to see late at night, not too far from here. Once again, joining me for the next game, your pitch number one from New Zealand and France. I have a man, and according to his biography, described as a legend in the world of canoe polo, so I'm simply quoting his biography. He's smiling. He's been working hard this week, of course, an Australian veteran champion and player, coach, and referee. Won 3 World Championship gold medals with the Australian men's team in 94, 96, and 98, and I believe in 96. 98, you were the team captain, but good to have with me sharing the mic and doing detailed commentary on the next game. Mr. Duncan Cochran. Hello, Duncan.
Hello, Terry. Thanks for the introduction.
Respect where respect is due.
It's a really good game to stand up here for, actually, because I think this game will be a really critical game in the women's category. Both these teams have exceptional abilities, long history of good results in recent years. So I think we're going to be in for a treat here.
Hello and welcome back to the ICF Canoe Polo Championships 2018 in Welland, Ontario, Canada. The sprint is on between France and New Zealand women's contest. France with the early push here, and a quick shot there just over the bar, but they will take a corner here.
Yep, the French in the white boats and blue buoyancy aids, Les Bleus is their nickname. They'll be shouting in the crowd for Les Bleus, allez Les Bleus. And the Kiwis traditionally in black, the All Blacks, but the ladies take the name the Paddle Ferns. A beautiful white paddle fern on the back of their boats. Defines their team, very proud of that. And they turn over position and move up the field. Charge start that we saw there, won by the French, gives them the early
several years ago.
advantage, but defence has paid off in the Kiwi game so far. Is their real strong point, and they've just turned that first attack into a goal, which will get them on the smiling faces, front foot, taking control of the game right from the start.
Beautiful strike there from Julie Bolton. Great hesitation there, not taking the first shot and
Yep,
taking a
perfect.
smart one.
Buying the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper brings the paddle forwards for the dummy shot, and then bang, it's in the net. Very nicely done, as you say. Senior women here, all experienced New Zealand team, winning, current world champions, in fact.
Here's France setting up their offense now. There's a cutter on the left-hand side. Unable to handle the pass there. New Zealand regains possession there. Temporarily falling off her kayak there, and New Zealand will take it back the other way.
Yeah, and classic up top. This New Zealand defence, it's the absolute backbone of their team, and they just proved it there. Twice they've been threatened by the French, and both times they come out with the ball and back onto the offence. Beautifully done. That will be their absolute game plan.
What I've noticed so far in this tournament from New Zealand is not only their defense, but how they get out in transition on the offensive end from their defense, and they strike quick there.
Very quick, yep. And I've got to say, some of the paddlers have got more speed than them, but as a team they react so fast. They make that work for them.
They have unreal chemistry. Here's France on the other end. A great opportunity here.
Oh, that's tripped through. Unfortunately, Catherine Bolton for the Kiwis, the goalkeeper, tried to catch the ball. Otherwise, it would have gone out for a goal line throw for them. Instead, it's a corner. Keeps France on the attack.
And again,
Sabot, now the captain of this France team, will take the corner here. See what France's game plans here. 49 seconds left on the shot clock. Tons of time here.
Yeah, just nicely started. The Kiwis have got the upper hand, but this game's got a lot of life in it yet. The French will be wanting this, battling for a place in this intermediate group, for a place in the semi-final. Both of these teams will certainly have been hoping and expecting to make the semi-finals here. So this game crucial.
Definitely two powerhouses in this tournament. France right now blocked there by the New Zealand paddle.
Yeah, they've got a period of pressure here. They'll be wanting some product. They'll be really hoping they can get the equalising goal before they go back into their own half. Corner after corner. If they can keep the pressure on long enough, they will get a goal. Kiwis will be wanting to turn possession over as quick as they can.
France coming in. Unable to get the pass in there. New Zealand unable to gain possession, but France going to reset their offense here. See if they can find an open lane.
Well, this defensive line for the Kiwis, again, as I say, just doing a great job. The goalkeeper's just there. She's got time to applaud her defence. They're doing such a good job. Amazing.
Okay, good. Good to have you here.
3 minutes into this half, and New Zealand is currently up 1-0 on the French team. But far from over, that's for sure. From the right wing, back in the middle.
That's a set play drive. You can see that ball coming across. They had the fourth pass there. Maybe they should have taken it, maybe not, but decided to risk a shot and put it over the bar.
Where are the fans from France?
Back straight into defence now. The midfield play at this stage in the game. French are going to let the shot clock do the work and hopefully, for their point of view, get the ball back. Later in the game, they'd probably press in that situation, but not yet. Not yet.
Certainly too early. No need to panic now.
Exactly.
But you definitely don't, if you're the French team, you definitely don't want to get yourself in a hole against this New Zealand team because they're so good defensively that it's hard to even come by a goal. So
exactly right. That's it. If they keep the game tight, they're still in it. If they get 3-4 behind, that defence will just kick in and shut the door on them.
Fendel now decides not to shoot the ball. They reset their offense, and Catherine Bolton will take it back. But here comes the French.
Oh, that is a flying break. Brilliant play, absolutely brilliant play. That's Eloise Frigo for France. Couldn't quite capitalise. It looks like she was free away there, but that Kiwi defence, again, it's done its job. It's got back fast.
Oh, beautiful strike.
Fantastic layoff support play there. Marie-Astrid Laurent. Claire Moal for France, backing up there, and that coaches will be always telling players, you back the player up, and there it was, the product. Just a layoff pass and finished it nicely.
Great awareness there. You thought for a second that the Kiwis' defense was going to get back there and stop the play.
They'd stifle the break, but the backup was just fantastic. Now, you can see them just talking. The Kiwi team there is just talking. This is what we're going to do. They set up their play. They didn't panic. Obviously, they're experienced, very experienced side.
Right.
French have scored, and they say, right, let's just get on top of this now and get back our lead.
Nice play there, trying to create space. A lot of contact down low.
Yeah, this is Canoe Polo at its best. They're really fighting for the ball. Look at that contest.
my.
Kiwis get the ball back, and no shot clock reset because the French never actually had clear possession of the ball. So they're still coming under a little bit of time pressure now, the Kiwis, as the shot clock goes down to 20 seconds or so. They'll be looking to work a shot quickly now.
They'll reset now. Like you said, not a lot of time left. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. They gotta muster up something here.
Yep. As they're running out of time, the chances of them getting a good shot goes down. They're just going to have to take a chance now.
Ooh,
Yep,
just over
and
the
over
bar.
the top. Got to release that. You don't want to lose possession of the ball in the centre of the court, and then the other team gets you on the break. You're better off to throw it away like that, really.
Now France on the quick attack here, finds the outlet, but a turnover there, and New Zealand takes possession once again.
Again, that defence fantastic. A weak pass from the French and just snapped up. 50-50 ball, Kiwi way every time. This game, they're really working hard.
Now they're driving down the right side of the pitch for an opportunity here back into the middle. Oh, good opportunity here. Decides to shoot, and great paddle there by the French
time
ladies.
for the French defence to step up. But they're out. They haven't really been tested. The Kiwis have been at them so fast, but they've got set now. Time to get their game into gear.
Julie Bolton scored the first goal for this New Zealand team. Set their offense here.
Yeah, the French defence pushing right out now, holding them at bay. They're hoping that they can keep them out there on maybe 8 metres, 9 metre line. Coming in, driving back out, no opportunity. Yep, the French defence certainly stepping up now. Look at the work going on right on down on the far right between 9 for France and 1. The work rate in the kayak, their hard work, draining the players minute after minute of just battling against your opponent.
Find the middle lane here. Nothing there. Great play by the French defense. Doing a great job of their off-ball defense and denying.
Yep, denying space. And that's another of these break chances. Can they make this one work? The last one led to the goal.
Just got an open net. Zanfini.
Oh, superb. Yep, nicely done. She got clean away that time and then no mistake.
Beautiful shot.
Lovely. And so from a goal down, they're a goal ahead. Well, I'm willing to bet on that this Kiwi team's not done yet.
Oh, definitely
got
not.
Plenty of game left in them.
The veteran leadership on this team is pretty profound, and I see them putting one in the net perhaps before halftime. They would certainly like that to gain momentum and bring it into the next half.
Oh, a much easier talk at half-time if they bring it back to 2-2. Belief will be easy. This team does believe in itself. It's one of the marks of a great team. You're a goal down, but your confidence is good. You don't panic. You know you can get back into the game, and they'll do this.
It's a great opportunity right here. Throw it across the pitch. This is Catherine Bolton from Julie Bolton, and this is the captain here. Aaron Moore hands it back off.
Yeah, that you can see they're not panicking. They want a real nice opportunity. That won't be good enough, is my guess. They'll recycle that and look for something better. 17 seconds, and in this team's eyes, they've got enough time to do it.
Now down to 10. Yeah. Shot's got to come here. A long one off the crossbar, and they're calling it French possession now.
Yep. Now 2 minutes. This French team would love to sneak another goal now.
Definitely put them in good position as their defense has been great. We talked about the New Zealand defense at the start of the game, but
that period, yeah, the French did very well.
Definitely making a statement here.
Yeah. And they've scored their 2 goals off what would be their signature, that breaking goal, that bit, that just pure arm speed, just getting the boat moving. French, probably some of the best actual kayakers in this sport. They train them well from young, and they move the boat beautifully. Really nice. The women and the men. Their actual kayaking skill good, and they make that work for them. Quite right.
It's definitely translating on the pitch here. Another great opportunity for the French. What a shot off the bottom bar. Close, but no cigar, but they get their own rebound.
Brilliant. And, of course, the shot clock resets because that was a good value shot.
And now just over a minute left. they could wind down the clock.
Perfect.
And give New Zealand not a great chance to come back down the other end and score.
Yeah, no mistake. One good shot now could make this happen for the French.
Oh, great ball denial there.
This defence is phenomenal. Really, the French team very skilled. When their passing comes together, it's beautiful. But this Kiwi team is just stopping every opportunity.
See what the French come up here. Yeah. Shot clock is now turned off, so they can essentially bring it down to the last couple seconds and get a good shot here. Oh, but a turnover there.
Area.
Oh, not a great play there by the French. New Zealand on the attack the other way.
Oh, really, that was just a handling error. The ball just pinged away, and that's giving the last attack to the Kiwis, really. The New Zealand team now, this gives them a window. French coach won't be pleased about that. And here we come. 16 seconds. They'll manufacture a chance. Will it be a good enough chance to score?
Under 10 seconds now. They got to get a shot off.
Oh, the French chasing defence, look, keeping them out so that they can't even look at a shot.
Not a great angle there.
No.
Just what the French wanted.
French defence made that happen, but just made it impossible for them to get a good shot away.
Very,
play.
very entertaining half. A very defensive game by both of these teams, but French have the lead 2-1 over New Zealand. We'll be back in the second half with more.
But I think you'll find that New Zealand girls are going to be well and truly in this right till the end. And the shooters that they've got, I think I'd give them every chance to come back.
And purely on a technical note, of course, the coaches, and again for the uninitiated watching, the coaches, of course, have to stay in the corners during the course of the game.
Yeah, there's a line, a metre behind the end line of the goals. There's a black line on the pontoon there. So during the game, coaches have to stay behind that area. That's the coach's box. They can go either side of the goals. They just can't stand directly behind the goals. So during half time, obviously, that gets relaxed. They've got 3 minutes where they talk to their teams, address what they want to address and correct in the second half. And then as the second half starts, they'll move back into that coach's area and hopefully stay there for the duration of the game.
And so far this morning, at least from my view, it's been a fairly disciplined morning. I think I've only seen one green card. But of course, with regard to the colored cards, green, of course, is a warning. Yellow, you're out for 2 minutes, and red, you are gone you are in the changing room for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that is correct. The green card's very much a message from the referee to the players: control what you're doing, don't do anything dangerous or deliberate. If they do the same foul again, they'll go to a yellow card, that 2-minute exclusion. The red card, as you say, they're in the change rooms and they'll actually miss the next game as well. So there's very few red cards at this level because the players are really well disciplined. And even the best teams, you'll see that there's actually very few fouls done because every time you do a foul, it actually resets the shot clock.
But I believe if an individual player gets 2 green cards, it's automatically yellow.
2 green cards for the same offence is an automatic yellow. They can actually generate a couple of different green cards for different offences, like a kayak tackle or a paddle foul. And then the 3rd green card for different offences will earn them a 2-minute rest.
And of course, a green card can apply not only individually, but can apply to a whole team as well.
And we're back here for the second half. A very entertaining first half, 2-1. The French lead New Zealand. Now they switch sides here, and just about to get set for the opening sprint, and we're on.
Yep, definitely these 2 teams contenders for the title. Definitely both of them, and you can see it here. They want this. French went down, and now they've brought it back, so they've got a 1-goal lead. And the Kiwis will not give up. It will not matter how long this game runs on. It will not matter what the scoreline is. These teams both want to win it, and we've seen some really good skill from both of them.
Great save there by Catherine Bolton. Really the veteran on this team. Showing there.
Yeah, and the French trying to gain back possession have actually bumped it out and made it a goal line throw. So these little differences there will define the game in the end. It's going to be that close between these 2 teams, I'm sure.
Like you said, yeah, 2 championship contenders, 2 powerhouses. It's really a treat to get them facing each other this early in the tournament.
Yep. It's the middle group games. The system in polo makes this happen. These teams could still both be in the final, but they have to play today for the easier or harder route, and that's why we get a game that really matters.
Now the French on the counter-attack here.
Oh, not quite. Again, look, there's been a couple of weak passes from the French, and always it seems to be the New Zealand team that pick it up. Always.
At mid-pitch here now, New Zealand's going to play it safe and
Yep.
pull it back and set up their offense.
Nice, solid passing. That's what they'll be wanting now. Bring themselves back right in front of the French goal. And again, in the second period of the first half, the French defence was doing a great job, and they'll be hoping they can carry that through.
New Zealand now switching sides.
Yeah, they've just slowed it down a little. Again, this is what we were saying in the first half. There's no panic there. Whatever else is going on, they believe they can pull this back.
Spataka tries to play it inside. Able to keep possession here. New Zealand.
This is a chance. This is a real chance.
Prime opportunity. Oh.
Nope. French.
Great denial there by the French defense.
Yep. Yeah, I think at the first they look the slower of the defenses, but they've really come good now, and that's probably been the difference that's given them the lead.
Now on the counter-attack here, down the right wing of the pitch. Oh, nice pass
beautifully
inside.
faked. Beautifully faked. The opportunity created there, looked across and then just faked the pass inside. That was brilliantly done.
Beautiful pass, but an even better save there.
Yep. Again, there was an under-21 women's game this morning and this game. The defences of these women's teams are becoming so strong. They used to be so weak relatively in the sport, and now breaking down to score a goal, really a difficult task.
Now here comes New Zealand, trying to create some space here. They play it back and find the left wing here. This is Fendel. Back up top. Looking for a cutter here.
Yep, they're looking for... Here we go, just trying to see where the play is going to come from. I think they're going to work it down the right because they're putting all the pressure on the left side of the French, and then it'll come across. Very patient. I know there's still over 6 minutes to go, but as this game ticks down, you're going to see this Kiwi team come on. They're going to have to turn up the pace if they want to grab a goal.
Oh, nice floater inside, but an even better save there by the French women.
It's still not down and safe, though. That was just a bit unlucky for the French because the Kiwis there driving in behind and picking the ball up. Very good work from them.
Opportunity here. A couple of the Kiwi players are back in their own end, though. Now they're racing up for a little support here.
Again, deep in the second half, driving back to cover what they assume is going to be one of those really fast French breaks. They've taken some toll, and they're back up now and back fully on the offense.
Oh, temporarily loses her paddle. Oh, that could be deadly.
That is unbelievable that she just left the ball there when she could have laid it off while she retrieved her paddle. And as you say,
Zanfani.
The French failing to capitalise. A golden opportunity there. Absolutely golden.
A little too strong on the strike there. Oh, man, that could come back and haunt them, that's for sure.
Could. Two teams that have played so far pretty much faultless canoe polo. We have a mistake up there, a handling mistake up the front by the Kiwis, and then that finish on an open goal miss. Really unexpected. Not in keeping with what's been going on in this game at all. Wow.
Opportunity here now for New Zealand. See if they can take advantage of it. Nearly another turnover.
Now the French made some handling errors in the first half, but now we've seen a couple for the Kiwis, and the French look like they're looking for this now. They want to finish this game off if they can. Commentators curse.
Now New Zealand will take back possession, but here comes the French. Another
this
turnover
game has
there.
Opened right up. I mean, the teams will not be happy, but these mistakes are just great for us. It just makes it possession switching, end-to-end stuff. This is what we want to see.
Under the halfway mark here now in the second half. The French still lead 2-1. New Zealand's going to have to perhaps look to put on more pressure on the defensive end as the minutes wind down.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. They'll wait. They'll hold for a little while in this set position, but then they'll have to chase out. They will just have to, and they know that.
Oh, another opportunity for the French. A great save there by the New Zealand squad. Now they regain possession.
Look at this work. Fantastic recovery there.
play it up once again, coming down the right wing. They throw it into the middle of the pitch, trying to set up a play here in order to tie this game. They'd at least like to come away with a draw, if not a victory.
Oh, yes, for sure. That was a superb shot. Hard and high, testing the keeper again, long enough for it to just have a little flutter of nerves, but certainly up to it, no question at all. Marie-Astrid Laurent, French keeper there, pulling it down. That's her job done for the second.
Be awarded a corner here. See if New Zealand can make something out of this and perhaps even this game up. Pataka now played it to herself.
Simple. Route one. Goal line throw must have just come off the top bar. And again, the ball retrieved out of the blue bucket by the referee, keeps the game ticking over. And now we've got the press. Man for man marking. The Kiwis holding up this end. 3 minutes to go, and they've decided this is the time to fight for it, and here we go.
They have to be careful.
This will be good. Yep, it's a risky strategy, but they have to take the risk. They're a goal down. They know it.
3 minutes left now in this final half. Let's see if the Kiwi can do something here too.
French are looking good at the moment. No mistakes.
Great ball movement.
Yep.
On point passes.
Nice work. Nice. And again, Kiwis doing well to get the press back on, but the French, here's half a chance. She's a little bit free, but being closed back down. Being held far enough out. No shot, no shot. This is close. This is dangerous for the Kiwis, because a 2-goal lead here would look very good for the French.
Oh, a lot of space here on the water. Shot. Oh, a nice paddle save there. They regain possession.
Yep.
Way to keep it in.
Have the ball back. Great play. Great play. And half a chance up the left now. Nope.
Oh, I thought for sure she was going to throw the outlet there. Perhaps a smart play here. Maybe get the best shot.
Yep. Again, they know the French are pressing them back. That's a brave play to take the risk when they're a goal ahead. This is great for us. French rolling the dice here, playing what would be considered a risky strategy, but they're making it work at the moment. They're certainly. And it does.
Great
Brilliant
defensive
pickup.
play.
Brilliant
That was
pickup.
the captain Sabode there.
We have a foul. It's going to be a Kiwi ball.
90 seconds left in the match. It's now or never for this New Zealand team.
Yep, they've already played a minute and a half of this pressure play, trying to press people. That drains your energy at the end of a game, but they'll find another 90 seconds if they have to, and right now they have to.
See what New Zealand comes up with here.
Nice pass and nice block. Some great play. We had that little patch where there were a few handling errors. That certainly seems to be long gone.
They will be rewarded a corner here once again. Smart play by the French to just hit it out there and not give an opportunity for the Kiwi player to have an easy shot.
Yeah, pretty much 1 minute remaining.
Fighting for position down low. Pataka trying to open up some space for the Kiwi players here.
Referee's just making sure everyone's in place and the ball's away. French desperate to keep it out. They'll keep checking to that clock. The more it counts down, the more the pressure comes on the Kiwis, the easier it is for the French to just keep holding them out.
Now you got an opportunity here. A little bit of space on the water. Nice pass there. Cutting on the right side. Perhaps a shot, a fake. Decides to play it back out.
Oh, that is a great steal.
What a play.
That can settle the game. That one steal could be it. If the French stay cool now, they've got 25 seconds to cream off the clock. If they can take that. Oh, look at that. Even as I say it, that player knows.
That's
as long
the
as she
captain
can
right
hold
there.
it. Yeah, that's what you get the armband for. That
Great
is just
veteran
hard work.
Wow.
Yep.
Look at
You've
that.
got to applaud that. They have handled that perfectly.
What a game.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Just the final 5
Valerie
seconds here.
Siboud there, the work she did taking 15 seconds off the clock on her own before she lays the pass off.
And that'll do it.
Yep, that's finished the game.
The French come away with a 2-1 victory here over New Zealand. A very entertaining game, a bit of a treat here early in the tournament.
And a great win for the French. Great win over New Zealand. They will be very pleased with that.
Coming up, more canoe polo action here in Welland, Ontario, Canada.
you, Duncan. And final score, 3-1 for France over New Zealand. As they shake hands, wishing each other well. I'm sure taking a well-deserved rest. Hydrate. Quick reminder coming up at officially 12:05.